I can call my father. No. He owns the island.
Yep. Here. Oh. What do you think you're doing? Hey.
Put your hand back. Put your hand back.
Ow! 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 What the?
When officers are on duty, apart from their uniforms and firearms, body cams are arguably the next device that they always have with them. Because of that, we've arranged a 2-hour-long selection today.
Oh my God, there's one under there. I'm actually a caretaker, okay? I'm actually a caretaker.
Get your leg out. Now.
Filled with the terrifying and crazy moments those tiny contraptions have captured. So, if you're down to start, double check if you've clicked subscribe plus the notification bell. And let's jump straight into a wild one. December 2021, when this former Burger King employee decided to make a scene at work. The employee became uncooperative.
I'm walking, but I don't want that woman to touch me.
Come on.
So the restaurant management decided to call in law enforcement officers to help contain the situation. At the beginning of their conversation, it seems that the only problem was related to the employee's payment.
She didn't want us to pay it in cash. We don't do that. And so she started records, started throwing stuff.
Grab your touch me. Grab your bag and come over here. Let's go. Don't touch me. I'm not touching you.
Grab your bag, let's go. Walk.
I don't want to talk to you because you're a woman.
Walk.
I want to talk to you, man.
That's fine. Walk. Let's go. Get out of it.
Get out of
Is
my
she
way.
refusing?
I'm walking, but I don't want that woman to touch me.
Come on. Let's go outside and talk, please.
The cops managed to move the rest of the conversation outside the building. Problem was, the employee kept using offensive language and insisted they wouldn't be touched by the female officer. A male cop took over the questioning, calmly trying to figure out what was going on.
All right. What is going on? What happened?
I'm trying to talk to him about money, right? No, get the out.
Hey. Can you stop, please? Just talk to me.
That man, when I told him not to touch me at all, he was touching me. He was grabbing my hand, my jacket, and I told him to stop. He's screaming in my face, telling me I had to perform good and that I was gonna get fired on the first day. He wasn't gonna pay me, making all these excuses.
By this point, the officers didn't have many options left. This person wasn't making a lot of sense, and they probably feared things might turn even more aggressive. Notice how the employee has a backpack. There's no way to tell what's inside or if this person was armed. Watch carefully as the law enforcement duo agree on what to do next just by exchanging glances.
I need something. Please stop getting close to me, woman.
Yep. Here.
Oh.
What do you think you're doing? Hey, look.
Stop resisting.
You're under arrest. Put your hands behind
No,
your
I'm
back.
not.
Yes, you
No,
are.
I'm not. Stop. He was hurting me. You did.
Look. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest.
Stop.
Hold on.
Stop. Stop hurting me. Stop.
After the employee was apprehended, things got worse.
Woman, I hate people like you. And you're.
Copy at 1748. Do you want to hold the channel?
Go ahead, shoot me.
Relax.
I dare you.
Relax. Stop.
Copy all units.
What are you saying?
Traffic center.
Look, I'm gonna sit you up, okay? Oh, she's going to jail, man.
What?
Stop.
I need help and you didn't help
Stop.
me.
Relax. I'm gonna help you sit up.
Help me. Fucking stop. No, take it away. You're hurting me. It hurts. Then make it stop.
People working at that specific Burger King apparently needed a certain payment card to be compensated for their services. However, this person seemingly lost the card and was now requesting cash payment. The officer also tried to explain what might happen with their last payment, even hinting at a small piece of corporate advice. That didn't go well either.
It's for your last paycheck or whatever. You guys are going to have to sort it out over email, phone.
No, I'm not getting no money. I'm a slave.
You can always
Thank you,
file-
America. I'm a slave. I get no money. I get no food, no water. Thank you for having those
I'm
four
trying to
walls
tell
because of
you.
them women looking at my all the time.
This is your stuff?
I'm trying to tell you. You can go and file a suit against them. They're a whole big chain restaurant. If they're going to withhold
I hate her.
wages.
She's a woman. I hate her. She always be
Sorry,
looking
you
at my. looking in my mouth over and over and over again.
She's not doing nothing.
I told her to back off. She was threatening me.
Let's go take a walk over here.
I'm not mental health because somebody hurt me.
What are you doing? Let's go walk over here, okay?
It doesn't matter. She put a label on me. Do you not see that? When I told her to back off, she wouldn't back off.
The officer's patience and negotiation skills are top-notch here. He managed to get past the fact that his colleague was constantly being insulted. His tone of voice never spiked.
No, I told her, let me go outside, just don't come close to me.
As a police officer, we got a job we got to do, and I'm sorry if you don't like what gender I am, what race I am, but we still
Yes,
have to
but
go and do it,
I felt more comfortable with a man, and I
understand
told
you,
her
but
that
we don't
I
always-
am being threatened,
but we don't
and if
always
she
have
could just
that
back
luxury.
off a little.
If a police officer tells you, gives you a lawful order, you got to obey it. That's the
I
reason-
know, and I was leaving, like
that
she
might
said.
be your only charge walking out of here today. That might be your only charge, is for refusing her and then going and wrestling with them when they want to put the cuffs on you.
The last thing officers had to take care of before leaving for the station was performing a body search. They had to make sure the culprit wasn't armed, so the team would be safe for the ride. In case you missed it by now, there was no way this employee was going to let a female officer do the search.
I don't want to go with her.
Well, you'll be going with us.
Well, here's the deal. You're going with them. I just need to search you for their safety. I need to make sure you have no weapons on you. You cannot pull away from me. You cannot resist. Understood. It's the process.
Can
I
you do
understand.
I
No,
can't.
a female
I'm
has
not
to
allowed
do
by
it.
our policy.
Why?
Because you are still considered a female. On your identification, you are still considered a female legally. So
I know
legally,
this is-
I am the
Legally,
one.
you put me in solitary confinement for having a name change.
Regardless of how much this person tried to change the subject, the officers kept going, calmly explaining the procedure.
I always put you in solitary confinement. This is
Look,
a
I
very
understand your
simple charge.
situation. I understand you're changing, okay? But legally, you are still a female, and legally and policy-wise, these men cannot search you, okay? I understand you do not want me to touch you, but unfortunately, I do need to search you to make sure that my partners are safe in their vehicles, okay? So the quicker you work with me, the quicker we get this done, and the quicker you go with them, okay?
Not everybody usually gets this whole explanation before we're going to do something. She's doing this try to put your mind at ease for it because we don't have a choice in it. And technically, you don't have one as we either.
The officers finally managed to perform the search needed to move on. The suspect was carried to the station and was eventually charged with 2 misdemeanors, including resisting arrest without violence. This former Burger King employee managed to secure a deferred sentence after completing a state program. Up next, we have a squatter situation that's much more serious. And when the Dayton police received a call on March 12, 2023, about a property owner being threatened with a gun by illegal squatters, they immediately knew they were walking into a very serious situation. The owner of the building had owned the place for 3 years, and he'd never had problems like this before now.
Ain't nobody never messed with it. I was fixing it up, you know, I'm taking my time trying to bring it back to life. Working, coming when I can get some free time. And they ain't nobody never messed with it. And then it was a lot of people in here, so I just was some people in the back.
How long have you owned this spot?
I've been on this for 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, 3 years.
Anyone ever lived here, like officially?
No.
Now that the officers had established a basic understanding of the situation, there was only one thing left to do, and this was to inspect the inside of the house, expecting to find the squatters.
Dayton police, inside, make yourself known.
Well, none of this stuff. 28.
There's like the I open that, and there's another one here.
Upon entering the building, the cops immediately took notice of modifications inside the home that had not been authorized, as well as personal belongings scattered around and makeshift living quarters. It's clear that the squatters had truly made themselves at home, and this is understandably an upsetting sight for the homeowner.
You put this stuff in here?
I did not all of this stuff. I came back. I'm gonna show you how I had it.
So is this your stuff or no?
No, the furniture, that table, that was my stuff.
Put all this other crap on here.
Man, no.
Like this clothes and shit?
No, ain't not. Man, I had this place. This is, like, just to let you know, like, I've been having this for a while.
That might be living here.
Yeah, I know. When I came the other day, that's when I found out that they've been all through my place.
What are these like guitars and stuff?
Man, I came here, it was about 20 people in this building.
In a shocking confession, the owner admitted that there are nearly 24 people squatting in this house at times, and he definitely feared for his life coming here after the violent threats he'd received from the illegal squatters. The cops were definitely going to help the poor property owner, but even they would have to tread lightly to catch these perpetrators.
Like these clothes, okay, I've seen that before, but
they decorate it, you know, like cause I love you, but them motherfuckers, oh my God, they decorate this shit like, I ain't
nothing in here. Like, shit is like a nightmare for me. Like, I put all my money into this place. Bathroom, you know, like I fixed all of this stuff up.
Yeah.
Was it a bunch of males,
it was
females?
males, white man. The white man pulled the gun out.
That's why he said he's calling y'all.
Yeah, he pulled the gun out, but you know they like this stuff. Like for me, like that's so much trauma. Like I carry a gun. You know what I mean? He like for this property. I said this is my property. Like the people next door know I own this. I worked on all of this.
Do you know his name or anything?
No, I got a picture of him.
As the man explains in greater detail what went down between him and the squatters on his property, we definitely start to feel sorry for him. It must be hard to try in vain to fix up a property when inconsiderate squatters break everything down, and we hope the cops will be able to solve this situation once and for all.
Oh my God, yes, there's one under there.
Get out here!
Do it now!
Get out, I got one too. Right on you.
Y'all better get out of here.
I got a gun on you.
Y'all better get out of here. I don't care. Come on, man. Get out of here.
I got a gun on you.
So what? I do too. On two of you. Y'all better get out of here. Please.
I can't see anything.
Y'all better get out of here, man.
No, but
I'm fucking. Y'all better get out of here.
yeah, pull it out. Show me your hands. Show me your hands.
It's under the bed. I can't see it.
In a very tense turn of events, the cops realize there's another squatter hiding under the bed, and the man immediately starts threatening the cops. With the squatter and the cops having their guns drawn on each other, we can only hold our breath in anticipation of what's going to happen.
I can't see shit.
Y'all better get out. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll tell you one more time.
Jeff,
Y'all better go.
can you see his hands?
No. Go.
Can you tell me when to get under the bed? He's under the bed. We need a tape. Someone.
All right, I quit.
Takes his ass. Get out of there.
You stupid mother.
Calm down.
It takes some clever thinking and the brutal act of being tased to subdue the suspect under the bed. And you can hear in the cops' voices how wound up and worried they were during this hectic standoff. Thankfully, they seem to have the situation under control now.
Crawl this way. Crawl this way. Underneath. There you go. Hold right here.
With the dangerous squatter in handcuffs, we can start to relax. And now, the cops will have the opportunity to explore the rest of the property and find out to what extent the squatters ruined it.
Needles everywhere. Show me your hands right now! Right now!
I'm actually a caretaker, okay? I'm actually a caretaker. I'm just scared.
The house was covered in waste, drug paraphernalia, and the misshapen belongings of the squatters. The entire scene was quite a mess. We hope that this woman was the last of the unruly squatters on the property and that there are no more surprises waiting for the cops. Let's see what happens.
I'm scared. I'm just scared. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just scared.
Take care of someone.
I am taking care of her. That's why I'm here.
Damn it.
That's why I'm here. I'm not doing nothing.
No, you're doing drugs.
No, I'm not doing drugs.
Yeah, right.
I'm not doing drugs. I swear to God. I'm clean. I'm recovering.
So you're staying in an opium den.
No, it's not. The guy next door was paying, said he was working it off, letting me work it off for rent. I'm sorry. I'm really not. I'm not trying to fight. I'm not resisting that guy.
But you're hiding. Get up! Get up!
I'm scared of the guy.
And you're staying with him. You're going downstairs. We're all scared, aren't we?
At last, the supposed caretaker, the last of the squatters, was in handcuffs and was removed from the man's property. And hopefully, every other squatter on the block also got the message loud and clear, because they definitely heard the unhinged squatter's screams.
No, absolutely not! We are not talking about that!
Listen, I'm not the one trying to fight you guys or nothing. I'm not resisting.
Listen, we're going to the car. We're not doing you any favors. We're going to the car.
She hasn't been searched. You're gonna have to. I don't know her name yet, but she's Stacy. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not trying to resist. I'm not trying to cause any problems. I really am Ashley's caretaker. I'm just scared. Yeah, I understand you're scared, but do you understand how scared we are? This man owns this place, and we're down the street. He asked you to leave the other day, and you came back. The other guy that we rent from told us that he didn't. And he's a liar. And no, that's not even a story because you're already instructed to leave.
I was out here the other day when someone pointed a gun at me.
Yes, we have. It's clear. We don't know. You obviously weren't taking very good care of her.
Yeah, I was trying to get us out of here. I realized we didn't have nowhere to go.
The dramatic nature of the caretaker and her fake sob stories definitely didn't fool any of us or the cops, and she got exactly what was coming to her. The squatters created an incredibly dangerous situation for themselves, the homeowner, and the cops, and this scary squatter situation definitely makes us want to double check that our doors are locked. The squatters were charged with trespassing and also for the drug paraphernalia that was found inside the house. I think it's safe to say that lying doesn't help and only makes things worse. This FBI agent learned that the hard way after he tried to cover up his intoxication only to have his alcohol-smelling breath give him away. On March 9, 2022, police responded to a suspicious car stopped in the middle of the road. While the initial interaction was calm, things escalated after the cop found loopholes in his narrative.
What's up, buddy?
Good.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good.
What happened?
Waited about 45 minutes. Tire blew out. And
how'd the tire blow out?
I just took a little curve right there, and that's it. Yeah.
Oh, when you came out of the rental car?
Yep.
Okay, so you were driving this car.
Yep.
Nobody else was driving.
Nope.
Okay. I got you, and you just landed?
Well, no, this rental car just didn't move anymore. So.
No, I'm saying you just landed at DFW?
Yeah, DFW, yeah.
Okay. Where'd you come in from?
From Omaha.
You need to see EMS? Do you need the paramedic? No?
Good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. What time did you have your first alcoholic beverage tonight?
I did not have any alcohol. No.
Okay.
Okay, let's stop for a minute. This is where the trouble started. After being asked whether he was drunk or not, the agent, later identified as Victor, insisted that he was more than sober. Notice how he even looks at the officer's eyes when he denies the accusation? Sadly, despite how hard he tried to sound convincing, the smell of alcohol coming from him whenever he speaks reveals the truth. And it's enough for the cop on the scene to confirm that this is not just a simple case of a tire blowing up.
Okay, well, I can smell it on your breath as you're talking to me.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. What time did you have your first drink at?
I didn't have any drinks.
You didn't?
No.
Were you drinking rubbing alcohol?
No.
No? Okay. Well, I can smell it, so, and I'm fairly confident it's not him. And I'm fairly confident it's not him.
Okay.
And it's not me.
Okay.
And I'm pretty good at what I do. I'm not just like some rookie here.
Me either. Yeah.
So, you're speaking with a little bit of a thick tongue. I can smell alcohol, okay? So, saying that you did it, you can have a couple beers and you can drive. None says you can't, right?
Right.
Just says that we can't be intoxicated, okay?
Correct.
So, with that being said, what time did you have your first drink tonight, bud?
I didn't have any drinks tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Good deal. What time did your flight land tonight?
Around 11:30.
Around 11:30?
Yeah.
Where'd you fly in from?
Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska?
Yeah.
Were you out there for work or for?
Work. Yep.
Okay.
That's why I called National 3 times, 4 times.
Why'd you call the police?
Well, I called National. That's what we're supposed to do with these cars, right?
Right, but
So-
you just said you didn't want to endanger anybody. If you're in the middle of the road, one, you had an accident.
Well,
Two, you're in the roadway.
It wasn't an accident because the tire blew out, but
Well, how did the tire blow?
I don't know.
You think you struck it or
I don't know.
struck the curb?
I don't know.
Since the conversation was getting nowhere, the officers decided it's better to see the damage for themselves. As soon as they saw the front of the car, it was clear that the agent was lying about his tire. He obviously hit a curb, which sent his car spiraling in the middle of the road. When confronted with that fact, he starts getting defensive.
Do you see any strikes anywhere? Oh yeah, you can see where he hit the curb.
Oh yeah. So like right up
He jumped it back there at that rain gutter because he rode the dirt all the way.
Oh, he did?
So back there about where the sewer is.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back there and just redirect traffic coming out.
Yeah, they're gonna have to back up. So you definitely hit a curb.
So, well, whatever it was right here.
Yeah. Well, no, you can see the point of impact on the rim.
Whatever you want to believe. Yeah.
It's not what I want to believe.
Well,
it's called observation. You can see where you
I'm an engineer.
where you struck the curb.
I'm an
Okay.
engineer.
Well, let's go look at it.
I really don't need to, but
All right, we're gonna walk front. So, what do you think caused that right there?
flat tire.
Right here, where the tire exploded out, and the big chunk's missing, and the rim's busted.
Have you ever hit a curb before?
Huh?
Have you hit a curb before?
Yeah, that's my point. Is when you were driving, you struck the curb.
Okay.
That's what I said earlier, and you said it was a blowout.
Well, that's what I thought it was.
Okay. Well, now you see it wasn't just a blowout, right?
Well, I don't know. I hadn't looked at
okay.
anything. I was right there.
We'll walk over
with
here.
my bag.
Okay.
With a possible drunk agent in front of him, the police officer attempted to conduct a DUI test. However, Victor refused. This is another red flag, so the police are left with no choice but to arrest him. And based on his reaction, the agent was not very happy about it, so much so that he decided to put up a fight.
Okay. You refusing all standardized field sobriety?
Yep.
All right, well, go ahead and put your feet together, heel to heel, toe to toe.
I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. Go ahead and put your feet together, heel to heel.
Do that.
Okay. You refuse to do that?
Refuse to do everything.
Okay. Go ahead and stand down here for me. I'm going to give you the instructions for the walk and turn.
I'm not going to do any walking turns.
You're not going to do the walk and turn? Okay. So,
If I have an attorney available, then I will.
So, whenever I tell you to, you're going to magic? Okay, well, I'm going to demonstrate, and then if you can tell me from there if you're going to do it or not.
I'm not going to do anything.
Okay, good deal. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay. What am I being arrested for?
I said put your hands behind your back.
No, what?
Hey.
What am I? Ow! Hey!
Don't start resisting.
What am I being arrested
Don't start resisting.
What am I?
Do not start resisting. Put your hands behind your back.
Tell me.
Wow. Wow.
You're on.
I'm gonna tase you if you do not put your hands behind your back.
What am I being arrested for?
I will explain that to you when you put your hands behind your back.
After the commotion had calmed down, Victor continued to deny doing anything wrong. He even laughed at the cops for allegedly using too much force despite his innocence. Too bad for him, the cops were not convinced.
Hey.
Just relax.
Is it because I'm Mexican?
Relax.
Hey, come on, guys. I didn't do anything wrong. I did nothing wrong.
Just relax.
Yeah. All right. I got it all on film. Don't worry. Thank you. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
6
Yeah,
cops for this, really?
Yeah, we're good.
I did nothing wrong.
You're under arrest for driving while intoxicated. Stand up.
Oh wait,
Stand up. Come on.
Stand up. Hey.
But when you don't want to cooperate and you start resisting, bro, that's what happens.
No. You all dropped me to the floor.
48, we're good.
I wasn't driving.
You resisted, bro.
Did you see me driving?
I'm not worried about that.
Did you see me driving?
I'm not worried about that,
Did you
Bubba.
see me driving?
Hey,
Did you see me driving?
Remember what you said earlier? Your lawyer ain't here? Stop talking, bro.
Okay, well, go ahead and call my lawyer then.
I'm not calling anybody.
You know what you just did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Stop moving.
Thank you for that.
48 is one person.
I did nothing wrong. I was standing right there in the middle of the road. What did I do? Did you see me driving?
I'm not talking to you.
Did you see me
I'm
driving?
not talking to you no more.
Did you see me driving?
Good. You got a lawyer. Take it up with your lawyer, bro.
Good. Did you see me driving? Was I driving?
Let's go.
Was I driving?
Over that way.
Was I driving?
At one point, he started yelling at the officer who was reading him his rights. Basically, he was insisting that he couldn't be arrested because he was not driving the vehicle when the police arrived at the scene. However, this doesn't work with the cops, who refuse to answer his dumb questions. Because 1, there's no way the car drove itself in the middle of the road, and 2, he already admitted he was driving when the cops asked him earlier.
What am I being charged for? Wait, no, I'm asking you, before I'm arrested, what am I being charged for?
Get in the car.
What am I being charged for?
Get in the car, or it's going to become resisting.
What am I being charged
Get in the car. You're under arrest for driving while intoxicated. You're not listening.
Whoa.
Unbuckle
Wow.
that side. Unbuckle that side.
Wow.
Sit up.
What am I being charged for?
Sit up.
Okay, so what am I being arrested for? I have a right to know.
Put your legs together.
I am not consenting to anything.
You're under arrest for an offense arising out of
Where?
acts alleged to have been committed while operating a
What?
motor vehicle in a public place or watercraft while
I was
intoxicated.
not driving.
Or an offense under section 106.041
No,
Alcoholic
no.
Beverage Code.
No.
You'll be asked to give a specimen of your breath and or blood. Specimen will be analyzed to determine the alcohol concentration
So,
or the presence of a controlled substance.
when you arrived,
drug,
where was I?
Dangerous drug or
Where
other
was I?
substance in your body.
Where was I
If
when
you
you
refuse
arrived?
to give the specimen, that refusal may be admissible in a subsequent
Where
prosecution.
was I when you
Your
arrived?
license, permit, or privilege to operate a motor vehicle will be suspended or denied for not less than 180
I'll call my
days,
attorney, but
whether
where-
or not you are subsequently prosecuted for this offense. If you refuse to submit to taking of a specimen, the officer may apply
Where
for a
was
warrant
I when I
authorizing the
arrived?
specimen to be taken from
Was I
you.
driving?
If you are 21 years of age
Was
or
I
older
driving?
and submit to taking of a specimen,
answer me a question?
and analysis of the specimen shows that you have an alcohol concentration of 0.08 or more,
Was I driving?
your license, permit,
Was I driving?
or privilege to operate a motor vehicle
Was
will
I
be suspended or
driving
denied
when
for
you
not
saw
less than
me?
90 days, whether or
Was
not you're
I
subsequently
driving?
prosecuted for this offense. If you're younger than 21 years of age and have any detectable amount of alcohol in your system.
But the tension between the two further escalated when Victor tried to step out of the police car, leading the cops to drag him back to safety inside the vehicle. Maybe a little too forceful, but they had to do what they had to do.
No. Stay in the median. Ow!
Move.
Hey! Whoa! Hey! What's the violence for?
You're not gonna sit here and play.
Hey!
Hey!
Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
Get back in the vehicle.
Ow! What is this for?
Get up.
Where was
Get
I?
up
Get
now.
back in the vehicle now. Hey.
Get in the vehicle.
Hey, you are. This is not right. No, this is not right. No, wow! Ow! You, look at this.
Sit back.
Ow! You're hurting my arms.
Don't push the door.
No. I want my door now. No, I want my door now.
The drive to the police station sounded like a broken record as the agent repeatedly asked the police in front why he was being arrested, despite the cops explaining it multiple times already. So either he was really drunk or had short-term memory. Either way, it's too late to get out of trouble now.
Can you tell me what I'm being arrested for again?
You're under arrest for driving while intoxicated as well.
When did you see me driving, though?
I don't care, bro.
Okay.
Resisting arrest and
Right.
searching transport.
I wasn't driving when you saw me, did you?
Good.
Did you see me
That's
driving?
what court's for, bro.
Did you see me driving?
That's what court's for. I'm done
Okay.
talking with you, man.
Cool. So how's it DWI if you didn't see me driving? You didn't, right? Nope. You didn't. I was in the middle of the median with my bags. Thank you. The only person that's gonna have shit is you.
I must admit, putting the volume up for that cover of Misery business was such a satisfying way to shut him up. But guess what? It didn't stop him for long. After realizing his initial tactics weren't working, he decided to get more creative and claimed he had COVID-19. Sadly, that also didn't work well, and he was still brought to the police station for investigation.
You got COVID?
I don't know.
Okay.
Had it. I don't know.
Stop right there.
What am I being arrested for again?
I've already explained it to him.
Well, no, I want to know.
I want to know what I'm being
I'm not
arrested for.
explaining it to you again.
Okay, so talk to my lawyer then. Can I have my lawyer? Can I have my lawyer?
98.1, not sure on COVID, he said, and we're downloaded.
I have COVID. All right.
Don't change it.
Well, I had it.
Okay,
2 weeks ago.
okay, cool.
Soon after, the agent's demeanor worsened. He became more entitled as he talked to the cops. This became more evident when he was taken to the hospital for a blood test. From wanting his handcuffs removed to lecturing the cops about how the rules supposedly work, this guy is determined to act as superior as he can despite his current situation, which, by the way, is only getting worse.
Do I need handcuffs?
What's that?
Do I need handcuffs?
Yeah.
Okay.
This search warrant says we're taking the blood. That's up to you and Judge Wayland, your attorney and Judge Wayland.
Okay.
But
Well-
we're taking your blood before we leave her, okay?
Okay,
So,
well, it doesn't have to be right now then. It can wait
Yeah, it's
until
happening.
until my attorney gets here.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
You can refuse, you're right.
I can refuse, and I want.
But
my-
it's happening.
Well, I can refuse.
It's happening.
Well, not right now.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
That's not how this process works, Bubba. It's not how this
Okay,
process
well,
works.
I mean, I don't care.
So-
you know, but I need my treatment too, and as far as my blood pressure.
Right now, this
medication,
is what
and
we're this is
so-
what we're dealing with.
So
It's
my
not
other
much.
health is not important.
Right now, this is what we're dealing with. Let's see.
I guess you don't understand HIPAA rules.
No,
No, you don't.
not my job to understand HIPAA rules.
Well, maybe she should, and they will as well too, and Joint Commission rules.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, like I said, that's a good argument for when you go to court.
I will. Yeah, when you tackled me, I hope that it's on camera too.
It was all on camera.
Perfect.
Every bit of it.
Beautiful.
I have a warrant that was signed by Judge Wayland. Okay, so no, you're not listening if you're talking. Okay, you can't talk and listen at the same time. Okay, I have a warrant that was signed by the judge. Okay, that warrant is happening before we leave here right now. Okay, bud. So, one way or another, listen. You're already trying to talk.
I didn't say a word.
You're already trying to talk. You're already like you're getting ready.
I took a deep breath.
So, I'm going to tell you this. It sucks if we have to draw that blood with you still in the handcuffs. Okay? I understand your rights. I understand all those things, and you've expressed what your rights are.
Correct.
Okay? But what I'm telling you right now is it's going to happen, okay? So we can pull the cuffs off of you, and you can allow this gentleman to do the blood draw, and it's a lot less painless, or we leave the cuffs on.
Wait till you hear what he said next. After refusing to get his blood taken, the agent started power tripping, mentioning how they provide federal funding to hospitals like the one he's in at the moment. He even emphasized what a big deal it is, as if implying he's a big shot himself.
Rights have been violated.
Okay,
as well.
perfect.
So
You've
if you want
expressed
to
that.
continue,
You've
you
expressed
can
that.
continue.
Are
but
you
it's
going to
against
allow
my
him?
will.
Are you okay? That's fine. I understand it's against your will. Are you going to allow him to draw your blood?
I will not allow him to draw
Okay,
my blood.
then we'll keep the cuffs on.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I do work for Joint Commission, so. So we
It's
we
for
accredit
the
hospitals.
hospital, yes.
So we provide federal funding for them. So big deal, but it's fine. Accreditation,
They're a big deal.
yeah. So it's a big deal for us.
Like
But
we spend weeks and weeks and weeks getting the ER and the whole hospital set up.
just like you all have accreditation kind of things that you do, well, we do that on the hospital side. But that's fine. I know I'm within my rights, and I know what my HIPAA rights are as well, and I know what my.
You're not getting your attorney.
Okay. Well, we're gonna say.
Hey, Victor's not getting his attorney. Now everybody knows that you tried to, you wanted it, and you got denied. Okay.
Yeah.
I was refused it's happening. Let's take the
In
cuffs
general,
off.
I was
Let's take the
refused
cuffs
counsel.
off and get this done.
No, I asked for counsel at the beginning before you even.
Okay.
put
Sorry,
on the
dude. I
handcuffs.
tried. Why didn't you drink water? You were in a jail cell.
Where was the water?
There's water. There's a water spigot in your cell, bro.
I drink bottled water. I don't.
Oh, you don't drink?
I don't drink
They didn't give you fun. They gave you.
bottled water, nothing.
In the end, Victor was charged with DWI and resisting arrest. However, we'll never know whether he was given a water bottle or not. The next rich kid was escorted from a restaurant in Illinois because his intoxication level had reached a point where he was no longer cooperative with either restaurant staff or officers. What followed was a masterclass in patience from the cops, who tried to persuade him to leave the property.
Back away from me, sir.
Management would like you to leave the property.
Yeah, back away from me.
So you have kind of two options at this point.
I tipped them 30%. Back the away
like
from me.
to leave?
Yeah, back away from me.
Okay, so you need to leave.
So I'm Yep, I'm gonna open this up without any problems. I'm gonna get the hotel key that he's requesting, and you're gonna back away from me more than this arm length, please.
I'm telling you right now, if you
Your
make
car's been
contact
backed up. Your car's been.
You're gonna get arrested.
All right, that's it.
You're gonna get arrested.
You were the one to go this way?
And I'm telling you, if you make contact
back away.
with me, you're
yes,
gonna get arrested.
back away from me.
So
It doesn't really matter how much you tipped if you're gonna act like a lunatic afterward. Despite being in real danger of being arrested, the culprit, named Daniel Hiltz, kept being disrespectful with police officers, the restaurant staff, and other guests of the establishment. Everyone was just trying to help and didn't show any aggression towards Daniel, though at this point, no one would blame them if they did.
I have no idea who he is, but
No, you ain't gonna press me with your.
get in that car. I'm going to jail, bro.
No, I'm not driving. Yeah, Gucci bag, cool, bro.
Nobody don't give a fuck about that Gucci bag. You get ready to get an Uber, your shit
My
straight.
cough drops, bro. With your dumbass drunk.
The cops that night must have felt extra generous, since they even let Daniel grab some stuff out of his car before leaving. Most of the time, this doesn't happen with police officers. You never know what someone might end up grabbing out of their car, potentially leading to someone getting hurt. You can tell that the officers are getting fed up. In one last peaceful attempt, one of the police officers asked Daniel to leave.
has a chance to leave the property, otherwise you're gonna get arrested for trespass.
Yeah.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
So start walking or call an Uber.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get an Uber.
Start walking or call me and call an Uber.
Hang on. Do you mind?
This is the last time you're gonna be told this.
Do you mind?
Bro, come on, gotta take it to him.
Yeah.
So either take his free ride.
I'm trying to get my money. I'm trying to get my phone.
Bro, get your money, your phone, and
Yeah,
let's go.
that's all I'm.
I'll take you to there.
You don't got to.
This is on the recording, bro. Y'all crazy. Enjoy that. This was the tea, right?
Oh man, they were even gonna offer him a free ride. All Daniel had to do was get his money and his phone out of his car and leave. But of course, he just couldn't. He just kept on getting on everyone's last nerve.
Grab your money then.
Grab your money, let's go.
I'm trying to get my cigarettes too.
Come on, I've been taking.
Hey, bro. Yo.
Let's go, bro.
Just helping you out to find your stuff, man.
I don't need that. Turn it off.
We want it.
Turn it off, man.
Just helping you out.
Don't be rude.
Yo, ready?
There's your
Turn it
Gucci
off,
bag.
bro. I
Yep.
don't give a
Okay, take up the free ride.
Let's go.
Take up the free
Not
ride,
being
man. Go
rude
home.
at all. You're being rude, bro. What the did I do wrong to you, bro?
Just go home with the
At
free
all.
ride.
The officer who was pointing the flashlight didn't really want to help Daniel find his stuff in the car. Most likely, he just wanted to make sure he wouldn't pull out a weapon or do something to hurt himself. In the state he was in, there was clearly no way to negotiate with this spoiled, intoxicated customer, so officers were left with no choice.
Let's go.
In the car. In the truck.
I'm not going anywhere where y'all.
You know what? Take it
I'm walking my ass.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Ow! 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 What the
Behind your back.
What?
Put your hands behind your back.
hands are here. Ow!
One more.
I am running nigga surgery. Ow! Ow! What? What the did I do?
You would have expected Daniel to resist the arrest, but I have to say, the crying did come as a surprise. With his inflated ego, you'd probably expect to see a bit more bravery from him when being arrested. Instead, he just showed that behind all that cockiness was a weak, oversized toddler.
Dude, you broke my shoulder against me. Stop. Stop. Ow. Ow.
You trying to get that off?
No.
Get up, man. Stop.
No, I can't, dude. You broke my left shoulder. No, stop. Ow. Yo,
I can't get my backpack off.
oh,
Yeah, I can,
yo, my left shoulder.
stand up.
Yeah, no.
Cops undergo a lot of training to know how to properly detain a person, so in this case, there's perhaps little to no chance they could hurt the man when they handcuffed him. After a bit of struggle, Daniel was finally placed inside the police car. But if you think that after all that crying and whining he didn't have any fight left in him, you're sorely mistaken. He decided to start threatening the police officers. It surely didn't help his case, but in his inebriated condition, you'd expect nothing less.
Watch what I do to you. Get in my wallet, get in my bag. You're not gonna get up on me because you're power hungry. You bring me home now. Bring me home now. And they're gonna make you bring me home? Oh my God. I'm gonna eat you alive. Where's my wallet? Where's my wallet? Where is it?
I'm telling you right now, if you spit on me again through the shield, you're gonna go right to
I want
county.
to get out now. I'm gonna sue you. Let me out, you terrorist. Let me out. I want to get out now. With all my belongings, get me out now. Get me out now. I'm gonna eat you alive.
He even finished it off with some name calling, because at this point, why hold back?
Let me go. Let me go. Nazi, let me go. Let me go. Nazi, let me go. Let me go, public servant.
After being booked into Will County Jail, Daniel's bail was set at $25,000. He was charged with aggravated battery to an officer, aggravated assault, obstructing justice, criminal trespass to property, and resisting arrest. Despite flaunting that expensive designer bag, reports claim that Daniel wasn't initially able to post the amount of money needed, so he did spend a while in jail. Maybe a bit of time behind bars would do him good. On Christmas Eve in 2023, this peaceful-looking teenager tried to snatch a beer from his local Walmart in Pullman, Washington. Sadly for him, a police officer was strolling around through the same store, doing some last-minute holiday shopping. Not only did this kid not have any ID on him, but he also tried to give the officer a fake name and address.
You ever been in trouble before, Gavin?
No, sir.
So this is the time to be 100% honest if you're not being honest with me, because they don't sell alcohol without ID, partner. I've tried buying chew here in uniform and they wouldn't sell it to me, right? Who was it that sold it to you?
Huh?
Who was it that sold it to you? You remember, was it gal, guy? Was it gal? Okay.
After the officer received confirmation that the suspect indeed provided a fake name, he knew it was time to arrest this kid. He'd been pretty polite so far, fake name aside, so placing him in handcuffs shouldn't have been a problem, or so the officer thought.
Okay, you're being detained right now because I don't have a... No, I will you up. No! No! Stay on the ground. Stay on the ground. 6'4", I need another. No! Stop fighting. I'm going to tase you. Get on your belly now.
Which way you want to go?
This way. Get on your belly. Get on your belly. No! You're getting tased. You want to get tased? Huh? Put your hands behind your back. There.
Still, the officer wanted to make sure the suspect was okay. That wrestling was pretty intense, but apart from his ego, the kid was okay.
Are you injured at all?
No.
Okay.
What's
What's that?
My pride is hurt. That's
Yeah.
about it.
All right, you can stand up over this way. There you go. I'm gonna double lock those cuffs so they don't tighten up on you.
After requesting the help of additional officers on site, the suspect was cuffed and placed in a police car. The cop who made the arrest recounted the whole story to one of his colleagues. In all fairness, trying to apprehend a young teenager can get pretty complicated if you need to use force.
Brother, you all right? Yeah, his back's a little tight. So, he was walking out with beer, walked past the registers while I'm in there shopping on my own. I stopped him. Hey, paper, yeah. I threw my receipt away. I was like, where's your ID? Oh, I don't have ID. Well,
How'd you buy it?
yeah, and then I didn't get a return. So I went out to detain him, he ran, I tripped him, jumped on his back, and we wrestled for a little bit.
Okay.
No assault or nothing like that.
Alright, just stripping and thefting.
Luckily for the suspect, after he was detained, he totally calmed down. He was even polite enough to ask the officer if he was fine after their bumpy interaction. The cop proceeded to explain what would follow next in terms of procedure. It was Christmas Eve after all, so the officer wanted to make sure that this shoplifter wouldn't spend it behind bars.
Here's the deal. Do you have a residence that you get mail at?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, because if I cite you and release you today, that means you're going to have to show up for court later. If you're not going to be able to make it to court, they're going to issue a warrant for your arrest and it's going to make me look stupid, right? So.
You okay though?
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah, my back's a little tight, but I'm old. So, sure you don't need medics or nothing?
No.
You got a little blood on your face there. All right. So I'm going to take you down to the home police department. I'm going to issue you a citation and cut you out of there instead of taking you to jail and you miss Christmas, right? Make better choices, okay?
Once he arrived at the station, some of the suspect's possessions were taken away. Officers decided to explain what was happening a bit lightly. They probably were feeling the holiday spirit.
How old are you?
18.
18. Okay. Is that vape, tobacco, or marijuana?
It's
Nicotine? Okay. So we'll have to take it from you. It's not a crime, but you're not allowed to possess it if you're under 21 in Washington. Very good. Man. Yeah, most places it is. Washington recently changed it, so they're a little weird about it, but yeah. Yeah, they're not cheap, yeah, so I apologize, but it's not a crime or anything like that, so yeah.
The shoplifter did get a minor cut to his lip while struggling with the officer during the arrest. For that reason, law enforcement needed to document his injury to avoid further procedural complications down the line. That's because there's always the risk of a suspect claiming they've been beaten by cops and that their injuries were far more intense. The officer also needed to make sure the culprit was sober.
Anything to drink today? No drink. Okay. I figured, but I better ask. Usually you can tell. Yeah, so you end up just hanging out here for a little bit, then we'll get you out of here. Let's get your processed and released. I just want to take a picture of your lip, just for documentation purposes. You open your mouth a little bit. Just want to make sure. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Yeah. All adrenaline too with everything going on. Yeah, that could be.
The cops probably figured out that this kid was just looking to grab himself a beer. Not that that's okay to do, but let's face it, they've seen people do a lot worse. In the following moments, you can even see a little bonding moment they shared at the station after everything was said and done.
One time I was doing this and I got in this fight with this drunk driver, and he fought me for like 3 or 4 minutes. And that's a long time to fight someone, especially it was like an all-out fight. And boy, I tell you what, I was so tired after. I thought I was bleeding in my mouth. This is when I was brand new, but it was just I was so exhausted that you get like that irony like blood-like taste in there that I was like, no injuries, was just that exhausted. But
because of the pants, I am tripping myself.
Yeah, you gotta get some pants that fit, man.
Well,
not so you can run from us better, but so you can just so you don't have to keep pulling your pants up.
Bonding and jokes aside, the suspect would be indefinitely trespassed from any Walmart nationwide. You can't just grab stuff from a store, not pay, and expect them to welcome you with open arms the next day. He seemed to be fine with it though, and he understood that visiting a Walmart in the future would turn into a worse crime.
All right, so just read this real quick. This is the trespass notice from Walmart. So you can always call their corporate and try to work on going back there or whatever the case may be, but just for the time being, indefinitely, you're trespassed from all Walmart stores nationwide in their property, okay? So there's a signature acknowledging you received that right there and understand that if you go back, you'll be arrested for trespassing. If you go back and commit a crime, you'll be arrested for a felony. Yeah, no, you don't want that, that's for sure.
The suspect received a citation and was charged with attempted theft, possession and/or consumption, false statements to a public servant, and obstructing a law enforcement officer. In hindsight, that's quite a collection of charges for a small can of beer, don't you think, kid? For these next police officers, too. They were called to investigate an altercation at a Popeyes restaurant in Flagler County, Florida. They ended up giving a trespass warning.
First things first, this right here is a trespass warning for Popeyes. Okay? Being issued to you by the general manager of the store. Okay. This explains it right here. This means you can no longer come. Let me explain it to you, okay? And then you're gonna roll your eyes at me. No, I roll. I'm trying. Okay. This is a trespass warning. You are no longer allowed on this establishment. If you come on this property at all, parking lot, anything, you will be arrested and taken to jail. You understand? Okay. So go ahead and set that inside your car.
Do you understand the trespass warning?
Yeah. Okay.
Which was calmly followed by an arrest.
Second thing we're going to explain to you is you are going to jail for battery.
Battery?
Okay? Yep. Go ahead and drop your phone. Drop your phone right there.
What? Is that a felony?
No, it's a misdemeanor.
You gotta be rough.
It's a misdemeanor. I'm not being rough.
Battery?
Yes.
Oh, man, come on, man.
You're going to jail for battery.
Battery?
Let me explain all your charges to you, okay? Because you got more.
What?
Okay?
Oh
You're going to jail for battery, criminal mischief, and disorderly conduct inside of a restaurant.
How did things end up here? Let's take it back to a couple of moments prior. One of the officers arrives at the restaurant and finds the entire team arguing. Some of them seem to be related. Others seem to be working under fake names. A whole mess. Check this out.
For real? Hey baby, I called the police yesterday about your husband standing by U-Haul. Stand right here. We're all siblings. We got the same name.
It does not matter. Chill, bro.
It matters to me. It matters to me because you let them crook come between me and my family. If that's how y'all... This is my actual sister. This is my actual biological sister. This is how y'all really
Just go in.
Nah. It's about money, and because this girl a crook, working on a fake name. She told you that I called a person on you about your that U-Haul I got for y'all. That is a falsified document.
They'd all dialed down the aggression once the police arrived, but officers knew that things had already gotten physical between at least two of the employees. Separating them and trying to hear each of their stories seemed like the best strategy.
First and foremost, the fight because she grabbed me. All I did was hold it down. Ain't no man against a woman. I got a surgery. Let's clear that up first. The dirt that she works under a fake name here. Y'all accuse me when I worked under $1,500. Man, no.
So what
But
happened?
she called the police
what
yesterday
happened
up here.
today? What we trying to figure out?
I came out here to confront my sister because y'all telling me somebody gonna do something in my house. I already know how hard she play. This girl cut ties, bust windows. If you run it, her name will come back to Willie Drive. I'm tired of being in the middle. When this girl came back to work here, she used my manager code. She didn't have one. Y'all gonna tell me I took $1,500?
What manager code you?
Here's what initially triggered the cops. They'd gotten a call about a person wearing a dress and a bonnet that had injured someone at a local Popeyes. The suspect was none other than one of the managers at the restaurant. He'd been called on his day off to provide answers on some missing money from the cash register. So what do you do when you want to prove your innocence? Don't get aggressive, of course.
Came here. My brother came in here and he put his hand on her face and she defended herself and they started fighting. He don't want to chill. He done broke our property. I'm his sister. I'm trying to get him.
Is he related to her?
I'm tired. No.
How do you know?
He need to go to jail. He needs to go to jail.
We gotta calm down.
I'm sorry, baby. But hit my hand, sir. This big.
We gotta figure out what's going on, okay?
As they were trying to gather enough information to make the arrest, officers were interrupted. The culprit gave it one last shot at trying to prove he was in fact the victim.
Y'all don't got no calls or anything?
What's that?
Because the scratches that she got, they burning.
Spices.
No, scratches.
Scratches.
I mean, I can call an ambulance out here for you.
Yeah, we don't have.
We don't carry that stuff with us stuff.
Is that blood on you?
That's my blood, not her.
Oh, okay.
I didn't attack her.
Mike. Somebody called, and a male called, said he was going to come over here and kick somebody's butt. He showed up.
So this is
and
the
kicked
man.
their butt. I don't know if this is the male yet. Haven't got that far.
Had the scratches been so deep, officers would have noticed the bleeding to begin with. Clever, but not clever enough. The man was charged with battery, criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, and grand theft. He was initially sentenced to probation, but in 3 months he was at it again, earning a similar offense. Cops are always on the lookout for trap houses and drug sellers to bust, and on the 6th day of May, the local police authorities of Elyria, Ohio, witnessed a man who had an outstanding warrant run into what they suspected to be a trap house. They quickly decided to follow inside, hoping to make a bust, but we're pretty sure none of them expected what they would find.
Get your leg out. Now. That's right. Hide him in the dryer. What are you doing, dude?
I don't really want you know that.
As soon as the officers step into the house, they start to look for suspects, and no one could contain their surprise at finding this man in his unique hiding spot. We have no idea what caused the man to try and hide in the dryer, and while this is quite entertaining, we've never seen someone fold themselves up so small. The fact that he fit is actually quite impressive. If the man pursued a gymnastic career, he might have had a bit more luck than as a criminal.
Hey, come down. It won't hurt you, man. Whoever you is, get down here. Whoever you is. Okay. Can you get up there or no? All right. You gotta give me a boost.
Yeah, I got it.
There's somebody up
Who else is up here? Is it normal to hide
hiding in the attic?
We both been on there. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on. Come on.
Why did they
Come on.
fall? I don't know
Come on.
what's going on.
Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
It's Jimmy. Wake up, bud. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. Can you stand back up for me, please? You're not under arrest. Just stand up for me.
One by one, the illegal squatters were sniffed out and taken out of the trap house by the police. Some squatters hid in attics, some in dryers, and some slept through the entire ordeal. We've truly seen everything now. This bust went pretty smoothly, and now the cops were close to shutting this place down.
You really think we're that dumb? Get up. Stand up. No. Come out.
These squatters quickly learn that it's not so easy to hide from the cops, no matter how clever you think you might be. Whether you choose to blend in as a laundry pile or climb in a dryer, they will find you. It's not a good idea to try anyway, since this will only lead to more charges.
Don't worry about your cigarette. Let's go.
Go on. Yeah, stand by.
The last suspect even disobeys the cop and lights his cigarette, but rest assured, it'll probably be his last cigarette for quite some time. These squatters were busted with methamphetamine, cocaine, marijuana, fentanyl, and Xanax in the trap house. So they're about to face a world of trouble when they arrive at the police station. All 7 suspects now face criminal charges, some for outstanding warrants and others on charges of drug possession. Our next story is similar to the last one, as these officers were entirely convinced that the person they stopped for an obstructed plate number was an FBI impersonator. On April 22, 2022, Deputy Francisco Torres of the Carson City Sheriff's Office stopped and arrested the alleged impersonator named Anton Nyaganov. He was intercepted by the officers due to an issue with the plate number on the back of his car. When asked if he's a part of law enforcement, Anton denied this. But what's interesting is that the officers found an FBI badge and ID, which Anton claimed to be his.
So you're not like law enforcement, right? You're not a law enforcement officer?
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, you a cop?
No.
Okay, so you said you work security,
Yeah.
right?
I'm a security contractor.
Copy. Whose car is it?
It's my vehicle.
Who?
My vehicle. Belongs to me.
So I'm gonna put these on for now, okay?
Alright.
Because want to relax?
Why haven't you taken the lights off of there?
No, I do contract work, so I have to have lights on this vehicle for some of the work I do.
They shouldn't be that color, though.
Yeah, they shouldn't be red and white, brother.
No, it depends on who you're contracting with. If you contract with law enforcement agencies, it's different.
Which agencies do you contract with?
The various ones. DOJ.
Name some. DOJ?
Sure.
So you have a contract?
DHS. I've worked for DHS, yeah.
Okay, so do you have a government ID?
I have a contractor ID, yeah.
Where's that?
It's in my it's my hood.
Where'd you get this?
That's issued to me.
Issue to you?
Federal Bureau of Investigation badge?
So I'm gonna read you your rights too, okay? Sure.
The officers continued to question Anton and asked for his federal credentials. The police were obviously taken aback by Anton's response. One of the police then informed Anton that if he was indeed impersonating a cop, he would surely suffer grave circumstances.
Hey, so since you got the badge, where's your creds at? Where's your federal creds at?
I don't need federal creds because I'm not currently employed by the federal government.
You have an FBI badge.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I used to be a task force officer with the FBI.
Okay, which task force? Safe Streets?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You ever work for them?
So you know Elkington?
No.
Okay.
So when did you work for them?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. Well, I'm texting somebody right now. If you impersonate a federal officer, you know you're going to get in big trouble for that, right? Okay.
And like I said, with the red and blues, that alone right there, okay?
Sure.
That's where you're.
But that's not an offense in and of itself.
Yes, it is. And I'm going to show you the NRS.
You have to actually
show you. No, you don't. They're in your vehicle, and I must destroy those. Okay? I'm going to pull up the NRS for you.
I went through a peace officer call.
You might again, but I went.
Have they updated the NRS?
I'm gonna show you.
Okay.
Anton was then led to the back of the police vehicle, but before the officer closed the door, he informed Anton that he already contacted a special agent and was able to confirm that Anton was a fraud.
This is your personal vehicle. It's registered to you.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it says right here on the.
I own multiple companies.
Yep. But that's your own personal. Yeah, I understand. But that's your own personal vehicle. You're not allowed to have red and blues on your personal vehicle. That's against.
Not in your capacity. If not,
NRS.
not if I'm
In the state of Nevada.
In the state of Nevada.
In the state of Nevada, you cannot have red and blues on your vehicle.
All right.
Okay. So, can you see this for me? Open this thing.
Yeah, so just talk to Special Agent Taylor. He says you're bogus.
They continued to examine Anton's belongings and were convinced that they were fake and that they might have been purchased from eBay. And at this point, both of them are sure that Anton is trying to impersonate a law enforcer.
Said he's a hacker too. But yeah, that right there, do they rock those there?
No. I don't think so.
It looks like an eBay one or something. I worked at, he recognized me when I would do like gang presentations at Harris, stuff like that. Tried to drop that one on me, but I was like, no man, I'm still not. This might be some like, just gonna go check on that house too. This is no good. I mean, he's got the lights.
This is like code.
Horn. Yep. And then he's got a. And then how does he know about all the the safe streets, FBI? How does he know all that stuff?
He's an impersonator, so he wants to sound legit.
Yep.
This is probably works for him.
Yep. Oh yeah.
This has worked for him with the red and blues. We're gonna take that out of there though.
Yep.
It's gone.
The NRS says we can.
That's evidence.
Just like a scene in a movie, other police officers arrived at the scene and were quite amused upon seeing Anton's badge and ID. And just like the first officers who responded, they also shared the idea that Anton was a fake cop and that there's no way he's legit.
See this shit?
Yeah, cool. On Monday, I'll go in
running around with red and blues, fake FBI badge.
Oh.
Is he work for state of Nevada?
I got the number.
That's a federal crime. Yeah. You able to check that?
I'll give you a call. Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll tell you about this one. I see it. All right, bro. Take care. Bye.
Who is this fool? Gun too or no? We haven't looked yet.
I got to check, yeah. But check this out, too. And then he's got
red lights on.
Yep, red and blues.
Did he badge you?
No. So I found that once he was outside. I saw the red and blues. Oh, he has red and blues? Yeah. He eventually said...
They're going in the front, but yeah, hit the backs, man.
In here?
Yeah. It seemed that the officers just couldn't get over the fact that Anton was carrying all that fake stuff with him. You can actually hear the amusement in the officers' voices while they talk about the whole situation.
Southwest Gas, too? That might be legit.
Oh, it says contractor.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's legit too.
Yeah.
He said that was issued to him when he was a contractor.
There's no number on the back of it. That's I just hit up Special Agent Taylor. He's like, if there's no number on the back of it, that's fake. He checked him out. No. He checked him out. He's like, yeah, fake. Bogus.
Oh, damn. He is a state in that employee.
Oh, yeah? Fired.
No, he's not. Yeah, he is.
As what?
He does like knock, though. I have to look at the plus.
Oh, he's a security guard.
Yeah, this is like an unarmed security guard.
He had tape. He had this tape over that, and I just peeled. Yeah, and I just peeled it.
Yeah, hold on. I can find out what I got how much he made. Oh my God,
this guy's a COT.
What's that?
Correctional officer trainee.
Not anymore.
All right, let me talk to you. Is he in here?
Yeah.
While the police were trying to confirm Anton's ID, other cops found more interesting things in the trunk of Anton's car, one of which is an officer jacket, which to be exact, is a fugitive recovery jacket. And things get more interesting as they continue the search. If you think that an officer's jacket's interesting, well, the police also found sim grenades and body armor stored inside Anton's trunk.
Good stop, Franny.
Yeah.
This guy's out up to no good. Look at this. Look at that.
What's that? Sure, what the?
Hey, don't touch those.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got fugitive recovery agent jacket. He's got looks like some. They're probably sim grenades. I can't tell right now. Body armor. He's got. We're looking. I can't believe I haven't found it yet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as soon as they get here, I'll let them in. All right, Mike. Bye.
The sheriff's officer again went to Anton, asking him about the grenades inside the vehicle. Anton looked perplexed, and it seemed like he had no idea that having such dangerous explosives with him was pretty much illegal.
Hey, man, what's up with the flash grenades?
Flash grenades?
Yeah.
What about the flash grenades?
What's up with them? What are you doing with them? Don't want it? Huh? The ones on the ground in the ammo can. No? No? Yeah. What?
What does that matter to you? What are you saying? Flash grenades? Those are airsoft grenades. Those aren't flash grenades.
They say flash grenades on them.
Those are not flash grenades. Those are legal explosives.
They're legal explosives?
They're legal explosives. Absolutely. Anybody can purchase this. You can get those right now. Anybody.
After consulting with different officers from other stations, they also checked for any criminal records Anton might have. But surprisingly, he only had a couple of juvenile and felony offenses, which were not that serious.
No, hey, did you run him yet?
I did.
Did he come back?
Clear.
Clear? No criminal
I
history?
ran a QH back when he was a juvenile. He's got a couple felonies for like terrorized threats.
Terrorized threats.
Some civil.
ADW.
Yeah. So, did you see the guy? I mean, it's juvenile stuff, but.
Hey, Monroy, can you have dispatch run this guy through all the local departments, see if he's been stopped before doing this crap?
It was later learned that Anton Iagonov was a DOJ official who was just doing his work. But if you don't properly answer basic questions about your identity, you'll surely end up like Agent Anton, even though you might be a legit law enforcer. These days, everybody has a right to be cautious, and so were these police officers. Our next story is similar to the last one, as these officers were entirely convinced that the person they stopped for an obstructed plate number was an FBI impersonator. On April 22, 2022, Deputy Francisco Torres of the Carson City Sheriff's Office stopped and arrested the alleged impersonator named Anton Iagonov. He was intercepted by the officers due to an issue with the plate number on the back of his car. When asked if he's a part of law enforcement, Anton denied this. But what's interesting is that the officers found an FBI badge and ID, which Anton claimed to be his.
So you're not like law enforcement, right? You're not a law enforcement officer?
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, you a cop?
No.
Okay, so you said you work security,
yeah.
right?
I'm a security contractor.
Copy. Whose car is it?
It's my vehicle.
Who?
My vehicle. Belongs to me.
So I'm gonna put these on for now, okay?
Alright.
Because wanna relax?
Why haven't you taken the lights off of there?
No, I do contract work, so I have to have lights on this vehicle for some of the work I do.
They shouldn't be that color, though.
Yeah, they shouldn't be red and white, brother.
No, it depends on who you're contracting with. If you contract with law enforcement agencies, it's different.
Which agencies do you contract with?
The various ones. DOJ.
Name some. DOJ?
Sure.
So you have a contract?
I've worked for DHS, yeah.
Okay, so do you have a government ID?
I have a contractor ID, yeah.
Where's that?
It's in my hood. It's my hood.
Where'd you get this?
That's issued to you.
Issued to you?
Federal Bureau of Investigation badge?
So I'm going to read you your rights too, okay? Sure.
The officers continued to question Anton and asked for his federal credentials. The police were obviously taken aback by Anton's response. One of the police then informed Anton that if he was indeed impersonating a cop, he would surely suffer grave circumstances.
Hey, so since you got the badge, where's your creds at? Where's your federal creds at?
I don't need federal credits because I'm not currently employed by the federal government.
You have an FBI badge.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I used to be a task force officer with the FBI.
Okay, which task force? Safe Streets?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You ever work for them?
So you know Elkington?
No.
Okay.
So when did you work for them?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. Well, I'm texting somebody right now. If you impersonate a federal officer, you know you're going to get in big trouble for that, right? Okay.
And like I said, with the red and blues, that alone right there, okay?
Sure.
That's where you're...
But that's not an offense in and of itself, man.
Yes, it is. And I'm going to show you the
To
NRS.
actually, you have to actually
show you. No, you don't. They're in your vehicle, and I must destroy those. Okay? I'm going to pull up the NRS for you.
I went through a peace officer call.
You might again, but I went...
Have they updated the NRS?
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Anton was then led to the back of the police vehicle, but before the officer closed the door, he informed Anton that he already contacted a special agent and was able to confirm that Anton was a fraud.
This is your personal vehicle. It's registered to you.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it says right here on the...
I own multiple companies.
Yep. But that's your own personal... Yeah, I understand, but that's your own personal vehicle. You're not allowed to have red and blues on your personal vehicle. That's against...
Not in your capacity. If not,
NRS.
not if I'm
In the state of Nevada.
In the state of Nevada.
In the state of Nevada, you cannot have red and blues on your vehicle.
All right.
Okay. So, you see there for me? Open this thing.
Yeah, so just talk to Special Agent Taylor. He says you're bogus.
They continued to examine Anton's belongings and were convinced that they were fake and that they might have been purchased from eBay. And at this point, both of them are sure that Anton is trying to impersonate a law enforcer.
City's a hacker too. But yeah, that right there, do they rock those there?
No. I don't think so.
Looks like an eBay one or something. I worked at, he recognized me when I would do like gang presentations at Harris, stuff like that. Tried to drop that one on me, but I was like, no man, I'm still not. This might be some like, just gonna go check on that house too. This is no good. I mean, he's got the lights.
This is like so.
Horn. Yep. And then he's got a. And then how does he know about all the the safe streets, FBI? How does he know all that stuff?
He's an impersonator, so he wants to sound legit.
Yep.
This is probably works for him.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I think so. This has worked for him with the red and blues. We're gonna take that out of there though.
Yep.
It's gone.
The NRS says we can.
That's evidence.
Just like a scene in a movie, other police officers arrived at the scene and were quite amused upon seeing Anton's badge and ID. And just like the first officers who responded, they also shared the idea that Anton was a fake cop and that there's no way he's legit.
See this shit?
Yeah, cool. I'm on the
He was running around with red and blues, fake FBI badge. Is he work for state of Nevada?
I got a number.
That's a federal crime. Yeah. You able to check that?
I'll give you a call. Thank you for the call, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll tell you about this one. I see it. All right, bro. Take care. Bye.
Who is this fool? Gun too or no?
We haven't looked yet.
I got to check, yeah. But check this out too. Man, he's got
red lights on.
Yep, red and blues.
Did he badge you?
No. So I found that once he was outside. I saw the red and blues. Oh, he has red and blues? Yeah. He eventually said...
They're going in the front, but yeah, hit the backs, man.
In here?
Yeah.
It seemed that the officers just couldn't get over the fact that Anton was carrying all that fake stuff with him. You can actually hear the amusement in the officers' voices while they talk about the whole situation.
Southwest Gas too?
That might be legit.
Oh, it says contractor.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's legit too.
Yeah.
He said that was issued to him when he was a contractor.
There's no number on the back of it. That's I just hit up Special Agent Taylor. He's like, if there's no number on the back of it, that's fake. He checked him out. No, he checked him out. He's like, yeah, fake, bogus.
Oh damn, he is a statement that on foot.
Oh yeah, fired.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
As what?
He does like knock though. I have to look what's the plot.
Oh, he's a security guard.
Yeah, this is like an unarmed security guard.
He had tape. He had this tape over that, and I just peeled. Yeah, and I just peeled it.
Yeah, hold on. I can find out what I got how much he made. Oh my God, this guy's a COT.
What's that?
Correctional officer trainee.
Not anymore.
All right, let me talk to you. Is he in here?
Yeah.
While the police were trying to confirm Anton's ID, other cops found more interesting things in the trunk of Anton's car, one of which is an officer jacket, which to be exact, is a fugitive recovery jacket. And things get more interesting as they continue the search. If you think that an officer's jacket's interesting, well, the police also found sim grenades and body armor stored inside Anton's trunk.
Good stop, Franny.
Yeah.
This guy's out up to no good. Look at this. Look at that.
What's that? Sure, what the?
Yeah, don't touch those.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got fugitive recovery agent jacket. He's got looks like some. They're probably sim grenades. I can't tell right now. Body armor. He's got. We're looking. I can't believe I haven't found it yet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as soon as they get here, I'll let them in. All right, Mike. Bye.
The sheriff's officer again went to Anton, asking him about the grenades inside the vehicle. Anton looked perplexed, and it seemed like he had no idea that having such dangerous explosives with him was pretty much illegal.
Hey, man, what's up with the flash grenades?
Flash grenades?
Yeah.
What about the flash grenades?
What's up with them? What are you doing with them? Don't want it? Huh? The ones on the ground in the ammo can. No? No? Yeah? What?
What does that matter to you? What are you saying? Flash grenades? Those are airsoft grenades. Those aren't flash grenades.
They say flash grenades on them.
Those are not flash grenades. Those are legal explosives.
They're legal explosives?
They're legal explosives. Absolutely. Anybody can purchase this. You can get those right now. Anybody.
After consulting with different officers from other stations, they also checked for any criminal records Anton might have. But surprisingly, he only had a couple of juvenile and felony offenses, which were not that serious.
No, hey, did you run him yet?
I did.
Did he come back?
Clear.
Clear? No criminal history?
I ran a QH back when he was a juvenile. He's got a couple felonies for like terrorized threats.
Terrorized threats.
Some civil.
ADW.
Yeah. So, did you see the guy? I mean, it's juvenile stuff, but.
Hey, Monroy, can you have dispatch run this guy through all the local departments, see if he's been stopped before doing this crap?
It was later learned that Anton Iagonov was a DOJ official who was just doing his work. But if you don't properly answer basic questions about your identity, you'll surely end up like Agent Anton, even though you might be a legit law enforcer. These days, everybody has a right to be cautious, and so were these police officers. Turns out, restaurants and bars aren't the only places people like to get drunk at. Apparently, some individuals seem to think that airports are a nice place to get hammered too, like this lady, for instance.
Stop. We're going out.
No, we're not.
You're not going to get rebooked. You're causing a disruption. Stop.
No, I'm not. No,
Ma'am.
I'm not. No, I'm
You're
not.
going to go out the doors.
No, I'm not.
You are. We've gotten numerous calls.
Because I'm
People have
walking
flagged
through
us
and
down.
saying I'm white. Because I'm walking through saying I'm a white person.
How much have you had to drink today?
I'm walking through saying I'm white.
How much have you had to drink today?
I'm walking through saying I'm white.
You're causing a disruption.
You see, lady, it's not the fact that you're white that's the issue here. It's the fact that you're yelling at people on a random day at the airport, urging them to get out of your way. And if you're drunk enough that a police officer can smell it on you, well, there's no point acting confused about why you're being apprehended.
Why can I not walk through and be an American citizen and say I'm white?
You're causing people alarm, concern.
Oh.
You're causing people to move out of your way.
Oh, really? Because I'm walking through and saying I'm white? Because I'm saying I'm white? I have a privilege as a U.S. constitutional person to say I'm white.
Okay, but you don't have a
I'm
right to
white.
be intoxicated, and I can smell it on your breath.
Well, you know, I'm white. I'm white. Are you going to arrest me because I'm white?
I don't know what you're
Are you
getting
going to arrest
at,
me
but
because I'm white?
I've never said anything about that. So.
I don't know what version of the Constitution she may have read, but the official one doesn't mention anything about being white or its privileges. Officers then tried to obtain some form of identification from her, hoping that she might dial down on the entitlement.
You're not going to show me your ID?
I don't have to.
Are you going to give him your ID? Yes, you do. Show him your ID right now.
I'm investigating public intox.
Are
you done?
Settle
I'm done.
down.
I think we're good.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Don't resist. We're done.
Are you
Stop.
kidding me?
Absolutely
Don't
not.
tense up. Let go.
This is America.
It is. We're a nation of laws.
Ready? I'll grab it.
Officers tried to take this woman out of the airport calmly so they could continue questioning her. Unfortunately, this woman was not going to go down quietly, and I mean that in the most literal sense.
This is what happens if you ask someone if you're white. Wow. Are you white? This is what asking someone if you're white. If you're white, all I said was, are you white? Because you're not. Wow. Are you white? Don't ask someone if you're white.
While she was being escorted out of the building, the woman kicked one of the officers. Maybe she thought she could escape, or maybe she simply did it out of spite. Regardless of her reason, it did more harm to her, as she fell face down afterwards. As they tried to pick her up, the cops noticed something on her nose, and it indicated she'd consumed more than just a bit of booze.
Stop it. Walk.
Did she kick you? Yeah.
If you're white.
Don't let her bite you. Watch her
I'm
walk.
not gonna bite
Yeah,
you.
she'll do it once.
If you're white. If you're white.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you white?
She has white stuff on her nose.
People don't know who the I am or who I know. Are you white? 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 It's the only question I ask. Are you white?
To make sure she wouldn't bite or spit on the officers, they decided to place a mask on her mouth. It didn't take long before the woman started complimenting herself. Then she started yelling the word black, like that was gonna do her any good.
Lift your head up.
Wow, what is this country that you will not allow someone to say, are you white? Get this off my face. Please, I am a citizen. Get it off my face. If not, I will sue every one of you. I am so sorry that I am a beautiful white person and said, are you white? I said black, 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 black. Oh my God, I said black. I said the word black. Oh my God, I said black. I said the word black.
Officers had to be cautious. The woman was inebriated and had probably taken other substances too. So, to make sure she was safe, they called in an ambulance to have her vitals checked. She was a tad bit nicer with the doctors, sure, but it didn't do much to help her case. For her final act, she felt the need to cry out her political views.
Sorry, I'm a Republican. This is what happens when you're a Republican. I didn't do anything wrong. Jacob, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do any drugs. I didn't do anything except have several beers.
In the end, the woman was charged with multiple counts, including intoxication in public, battery upon a police officer, resisting, and obstructing. In the summer of 2022, Athens Clark County Police Law Enforcement was called to another Walmart store to apprehend a very creative shoplifter. Their prevention department got a hold of a woman who was noticed switching price tags on and trying to hide stolen objects. By the time officers got to the location, the woman had already turned on the waterworks.
How you doing? What's going on today? What's your name? Alright.
I just want the stuff I paid for and I'm leaving.
Do what?
I just want the stuff I paid for and I'm about to leave.
Okay, well here's the problem. You've been caught shoplifting and changing prices on items. That's a crime. So right now we're investigating a crime. So your options are identifying yourself to me. And we're not going to do that right now. Because right now I'm investigating, so let's just not do the phone, okay?
The officer went on to detail what her options were at this point. Depending on how much she was going to cooperate with the cops, things could end really quickly or they could take a long time.
So we can do this one of two ways. You can tell me who you are. We can sort this out. If this is your first offense, you'll get a citation and you'll get to leave here today, but you'll be barred and you'll have to appear in court. Or if you have a history of shoplifting, you'll wind up going to jail. Okay? Because I can't release you on a citation. If you don't tell me your name, and I have to book you into jail as a Jane Doe, you know how many warrants are out there for Jane Doe? You could sit in jail for a long, long time.
Here's where this woman's problems start to become obvious. For starters, because this wasn't her first time being caught stealing at Walmart. Her last shoplifting adventure involved a mere piece of chicken. If what she's saying is true, that is.
Have you ever been arrested for shoplifting before? Have you ever been arrested for shoplifting?
I was arrested for eating a piece of chicken. I was arrested for eating a piece of chicken.
Where?
In Banks County.
In Banks County. That's all? Do you have any current charges on you right now? Okay. Temple. Alright, so we might be able to work with that. But I have to know who you are first, okay? No, maybe not. Maybe not. We'll find out. Where's your ID, sweetheart? What's your name?
Despite the fact that the woman had been cooperative with the police, she had not been as nice with the Walmart employees. They could choose to cut her some slack, but it wasn't up to the officer.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You've been cooperative with me by giving me your name and stuff, but you weren't very cooperative with them, and that might change their mind. That might change Miss Emily's mind about what she wants to do. Okay.
Let me get back at this real quick.
Okay. So that might change their mind as far as what they want to do. But it might be one of those cases where, we can just write you a ticket and you gotta come to court. And you just get barred from this Walmart.
The Walmart manager seems pretty eager to help this woman out, even though she was in the wrong. The thing is, this supermarket has its own procedure for people who had been caught shoplifting more than once. These large supermarket chains have their own database listing wrongdoers.
Let me look something up. So there's one factor that I can determine. I can determine the price. If it's not far over my price point, we can talk about it. Another point is, if you're already in our system, I can't let you go. That's per Walmart.
Yes.
I have to, M-A-T-T-L-E. You are?
And she said she got caught in Banks County, Banks County, for a piece of chicken about 2 years ago.
There was no way this woman was going to get away with a simple citation. She was also going to be trespassed from Walmart because of her multiple offenses.
Unfortunately, since you have a pending charge, I can't release you on a citation. Unfortunately, we can't. That's our policy. If you didn't have a pending charge right now for shoplifting, we could release you on citation.
So, you're going to be barred for 2 years from here, this whole premises, okay? Anything on this part of you. If you will sign right there saying you understand, not the parent of the saying that.
Some of the stuff the suspect was caught with was apparently paid for. All the officers and the Walmart employees had to do was to find someone who could come and take the legitimately purchased objects on behalf of Mandy.
She come here by herself, or she?
Her partner got gone before they could get them stopped. Emily's here by herself.
But if there's job there, she can give the stuff she did buy to them instead of me refunding.
All right. And this is the stuff she did buy? The stuff that's bagged right here?
Yeah, she comes on them. Hey, you work here.
Is your friend still in the parking lot? Maddie, is your friend still in the parking lot? So we can give her the stuff that you did pay for?
Once she was cuffed and taken to the parking lot, things got a tad bit awkward. The suspect still had stolen items on her, in layers no less. Looking back, this explains why she was crying so badly in the Walmart manager's office. She knew she'd been caught with more than just the unpaid products in the cart.
What's your last name? Huh? Whose debit cards and credit cards are those?
Mine, and there's one or two that are my
All right, well, look, this is going to be awkward, but we got to take these pants off so I can check your other pants, okay?
Nice. Way to go, you got it. You're on the board. Well, are you bang?
These pants are stolen. So the shorts are stolen.
No, I swear to God.
The jean shorts are stolen because the tag's still on them.
Oh my God, no.
4, 3, 2, 1 second.
And another pair of shorts that you're wearing.
One of the shorts I had on, and one of the other ones.
Okay, so which ones are stolen?
All right, Gabriel, do you think you can do it in 2?
All three, 2 of them.
All right, you bet. It's all on you. Here it is. Here's
Okay.
the third song. What do you think?
Step out of those.
I mean, I can't take all 3 of them off.
She has 3 pair on.
But, yeah, 2 of them were mine.
Huh? Yeah, that one does.
2 of them were mine. These ones right here.
Okay, well, none of them except for maybe the black ones, because these also have tags on them.
Once they made it back to the station, Mandy was still worried about her black shorts. That was probably the only piece of clothing on her that she'd actually paid for. If you ask me, it should have been the least of her problems. But hey, people have all sorts of priorities.
Yeah, we're going to get those, and then we'll take both of those off and take them back to the store if you'll stand at that door right for me. And then we'll get that tank top, that white tank top, take it back to them, and then go from there.
The people working on the case managed to recover somewhere around $94 worth of merchandise, including shorts, a tank top, and a bra. The suspect was most likely charged with theft. Misunderstandings between employees and customers happen all the time because of incorrect deliveries, long lines, or simply because someone had a bad day and didn't use the right tone. Police officers were called to this Taco Bell location because a certain conversation got a bit out of hand and it was worth checking out.
Okay. How's it going? Not bad. How are you? I'm a little pissed off right now. I sure see that. Yeah. I took an order. I paid for my stuff. But these guys are all coming out here yelling and screaming, calling me names. I have them on video, and they're telling me that I'm mad and that I'm calling them names. They came out to me first. Okay. Was your order wrong or something, or what? They don't have any carbonation in here. So I always get to number 2. It's got 3 soft tacos and a freeze. I upgrade to a freeze. They don't have it. So the issue at hand is that they want to sit there and tell me that, well, they're going to give me something different, like tea. I don't want tea. or water.
Apparently, the Taco Bell employees had mentioned that this customer hadn't been that polite. There might have been some spitting involved too. The man's explanation for the slobber incident sounds pretty legit though.
There was a comment about someone spitting on somebody? I didn't spit on anybody. I have a speech impediment. Okay. When I speak loud, it comes out. Oh, okay. So it's not an issue, but the guy wants to be an issue. So you didn't intentionally hog a loogie or spit in somebody's face? I don't even know how to do that. Okay. Do you have your ID or anything on you real quick?
Officers kept talking to the customer for a good half hour or so. The customer had been very cooperative, so they also checked if he wanted to press any charges against the Taco Bell employees for their reaction.
Done with today? I want to be left alone, but when people start coming up and yelling and screaming at me, I don't have a right to talk back to them. Well, I mean, is it okay? It's the one-sided world? No, it's not one-sided. No, I'm just wondering what would you like us to do today? So if we find that there's charges to be able to press on him or the employees there, would you like us to pursue any type of charges? I mean, I just want I come here, but the lady says I do this all the time. I've never done this before. Okay. You know, the lady, she comes out, videotapes me, but I have it on video that I asked her. I says, just give me a bean burrito in lieu of it. Sure. Do you know what? I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. No, instead of. There you go. Instead of this not being on. It's an educational thing. And she's like, it's $2.55 for the drink. The bean burrito's $1.89. Okay. So I said, I'll take the bean burrito. Sure. But she's like, no, I can't do that. You can either have a brisk iced tea, you can have a cup of water. Sure. I'm like, no, I get a mango freeze all the time. I have so many of these receipts that are all Taco Bell. I get the same thing.
Okay, sure. We have to admit that the man was a bit too upset about his order, but he did pay for it, and from what he's telling, he's also a regular. You'd think the employees could have made an exception for him and replaced one of the products they'd run out of. While they indeed might have switched something in his order, this replacement only got the restaurant shut down hours later.
How's it going? Pretty good. Yeah. How many employees do you guys have here right now? 4. Okay. Collecting information. Yeah, come on. So, what's happening is you guys are actually being shut down right now. We have our supervisors on the way out and our investigations team as well. So I need all your employees to come out to the front here and just have a seat. We're going to be getting a hold of the manager for the company. And we'll explain a little bit more about what's going on as soon as my supervisors get here. But again, for right now, every single employee here is being detained and nobody is free to go. Okay?
So, detention for what?
So it's going to be for an investigation we have going on right now. It's going to relate to the poisoning situation.
Poisoning?
Yes, but right now, and I'm going to let somebody else elaborate on that. But right now, I need all of the employees to just go ahead and shut everything down and come out to the front here, okay?
Okay, so we need to call our GM.
You heard that right. Poisoning. Notice how the officer's first question was how many employees were left in the building. They'd received a complaint that a man's order had been poisoned after requesting a replacement for a missing product. The restaurant was immediately shut down, and all the workers left in the building were told to stay put. The officer wanted to make sure he'd got the number of employees right before he'd given them the bad news. This prevented anyone from getting a chance to escape.
Well, now, do they want us to search anything, or are we just waiting for them? Because I have no idea what the hell's happening.
Let's check trash cans and that kind of stuff, like the dumpster out back, because if they broke open a rat trap or something like that.
Okay.
Anything, I can go back there and look. I just came here just to see what you guys needed. I didn't know how many people you had.
I can go do that. I will take care of that.
But that's what we're looking for.
How did they know it was the Taco Bell that was poisoned, though? Obviously, there were pictures.
But then, also, do we know a time frame?
At 1946 is when we got notified that the guy was at the hospital that had been poisoned at this Taco Bell.
He didn't say when.
I don't. Witzman has the receipt, I'm guessing. That'll tell us exactly when. But I just sent you a picture of what we're looking
so you
for.
Had those 3 employees that left. Is
the balls, the green balls, and then whatever the green balls. Because if you flip through to the next one, they're just on top. That one's like hidden. They're
wow.
those are rat poison balls, and then that is like some sort of cleaning agent or something. I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a lot more legit than I thought it was then.
Yeah. Okay. So he takes one bite, immediately starts vomiting, burning throat, all that other stuff. He's gave consent. They're going to go. CSI is going to leave the hospital after collecting the food and the poison. They're going to go to his house, collect all the vomit samples with the poison in it.
Okay. I'm just going to let them know what's going on real quick, and then we'll start checking around.
The case was initially treated as an attempted homicide. Thankfully for the Taco Bell employees, there seems to have been no evidence of foul play. Investigators looked at video footage from the location and couldn't see anything indicating that one of the workers had placed rat poison in the customer's food. In most cases where squatters are involved, it's clear that they're entirely in the wrong, but every once in a while, cops have to deal with cases that are a bit more difficult to pin down. The next squatter on our list is definitely a squatter that falls into this category. Even though squatting in someone else's house is wrong, we do have sympathy for this guy's unusual situation. Let's dive in.
You just trying to get the stuff? Okay. Exactly. All right, let me just turn around and detain you real quick, and we're gonna figure this out. Cause you got people saying that you out here, been out here all night.
I have. I just need to get my stuff. Like, I've been on the phone.
Okay. Come here, turn around, put that on your back real quick. Let me figure this out. Ma'am, he got his stuff up there? Okay, can you get it for him so he can leave? Oh, can I talk to you? Yeah, we'll talk. Come on real quick. 15E48 out on 1 out of 10. What's going on? So you just here to get your stuff and go?
Like, I really am. Like, that's my homeboy aunt. Like, I could show you text messages.
You say your stuff in the garage?
Yeah, like, the garage door is locked. Like, I promise I can show you everything. Like,
we'll figure it out right now.
Like, am I being arrested?
No, you're not. You're just being entertained right now. Let's figure out what's going on. She called 911 saying that you've been outside her house all day. I don't know what's going on. Just trying to get it under control.
Right from the first interaction with cops, this guy seems like a sweet kid who doesn't mean any harm. He's complying without any issues and genuinely seems to just want to get his stuff from inside the house he was kicked out of. It's not like he broke in, since he was invited by the woman's nephew who had been staying there as well.
So what's going on, man? 15E48 Adam. Slow things down. Everything's under control.
I'm a retired police officer.
Okay.
Oh, definitely would like for you to run him.
Okay. That's what happened today.
That's my little nephew's friend.
Okay.
They about the same age. Okay.
Okay.
My little nephew's from. I went to a job training in Austin. I was there for the whole month. That's what the job required. When I came back, my nephew had him and another young man. Not living here, but just, staying a couple of nights.
Okay.
So then, after a few days, I told my nephew, hey, you've got to go to work. So my nephew's like, well, I'm not going to work. I'm going to go back and move back to Diaball. He said, I'm going to go to the club and move back to Diaball. I said, okay, fine. So when everybody's getting dressed to go to the club except for this one. So I'm like, why are you not getting dressed to leave with them? So then he said he has nowhere to go. I said, okay, well, you can stay here for a day or two until you figure out
where
to go. 2 weeks later, he's still here.
The lady actually corroborates his story, and even though she'd been nice enough to let him stay for a while, she changed her mind, and these two had reached a clear stalemate in their communications. We're not sure if calling the cops was really a necessary step, since it doesn't seem like the guy was causing a scene or being intrusive.
Okay, this is what it is. Because all of his stuff is in the garage, and he said that he still has some more stuff. He said there's a red backpack in the closet, his phone, his charger. And then he said he's got a gun.
It's not against the law to have a gun.
No, but he's 19 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he can, and that's his gun. And I don't know if the gun's stolen or not.
Where is the gun at?
Well, he's saying this is where the gun is. I need to go in there and look. But I can
I have my gun wrapped up in a navy blue sheet under the bed on the TV side, and a barrel wrapped in a gray jacket under the bed on the dresser side. I didn't want to say it, but I didn't think it would all happen like this. But that's everything. Okay.
It seemed like it was the fact that the young man was in possession of a gun was the thing that really scared the woman, and that's why she did not want to allow him back into her house to retrieve the last of his things. Being a retired police officer herself, one can argue that she was merely trying to be cautious and avoid any possible dangerous interactions. Now it was up to the cops to locate the weapon inside her home.
I'm about to go to jail.
No. I told you what's going on. You're being detained right now. We're trying to figure out what's all going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you know.
Wait, could I just explain my little side of the story? So, me and her nephew are the same age. Went to the same school at Dodgeball.
Yeah.
And, like, I just been like, kind of like on my ass type shit.
Mhm.
Like
tough time.
Just trying to like find somewhere to stay and stuff. And we were staying here because like he stays in Dodgeball, but this is his crib. So when he come to Houston, this is where we stay. So we stayed here for 3 days straight, and they're on their way back out of town. And I assumed that she just sensed something was going on. She was just like, dude, you need a place to stay for a little bit. And then I kind of started explaining my little situation. And then, like, she let me in. And then I went to my great-grandma's funeral a couple days ago. She said I had to the 7th to leave, but when she dropped me off at the funeral, I asked could she come and pick me back up, and she said I had an emergency pop up in Louisiana, so I won't be back till Monday. So Saturday after my funeral, I was over here, and then I had to get my mom to Uber me over to my grandma's house. And then from then on, last night I Ubered back over here because she told me my things would be in the garage and I could just grab them.
Right.
But the door, I just can't leave without my stuff because I have to put it all in the Uber. Like, I don't have nobody to pick me up.
It does seem kinda strange that the woman was previously fine with the arrangement and then chose the day of his grandma's funeral to kick him out. This guy is clearly very down on his luck, and since he knows that squatting isn't legal, he's not resisting at all.
With that, I just want to secure the gun first.
Why can't see so slow?
Yeah, bro. So he had a loaded. This one was loaded, 1 round in it, on fire.
Yeah, why he what he?
There was no rounds. No, that was the first one.
What will he do with that?
What you need with these guns for, man?
Like, there's no need for him. I just have like.
You just have them?
The right to bear arms is a cornerstone of American culture, but this doesn't mean you can just go gun crazy, and the cops had to take action. The situation was made even more precarious due to the fact that one of the guns was loaded and not set on safety mode.
Alright, man, so we figuring it out right now, making sure these guns is good. Listen, at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen. I still have to call the DA and let them know what's going on. But at the end of the day, man, you can't, you just can't be here, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand.
You can't be here, bro.
So I solely came to get my stuff. I wish I could get on my phone and call her nephew back so you can just hear his side of it. Like,
this is like
I come in no violence, no.
I don't know. Yeah, I understand, but those guns. I don't know if you're able to carry those guns, man. You ain't 21 yet, so we'll just see what the DA say.
You can just let me know the real now.
I don't, bro. If I knew the real, I'll let you know right now. I don't.
Since this is turning out to be a bit of a complex case, it's now up to the officer to contact the district attorney to decide on a course of action. What does count in this guy's favor, though, is that he's not giving the cops a hard time.
So I go upstairs, I detain the guy, put him in the back, go upstairs, and I find like this super short barrel rifle with the buttstock got like the straight back buttstock, you know what I mean? Like kind of like a pull stick. I forgot the name of it. No, it's a AR. It's 2-piece. I don't believe so.
Much of what the guy did to these guns, like the bump stock, was in fact quite illegal. The weapons were not standard, and even though he claimed to have gotten it from his grandfather, being in possession of them is clearly a violation.
Got everything worked out. Mm-hmm. He's going to jail for prohibited weapon. Okay. That's a felony, right? Yes. 3rd degree. Yeah, 3rd degree felony. So, let me get you, your driver. Did I give you driver license back?
You never got it. I never gave it.
You said you never gave it to me?
I never gave it to you. I just showed it to you.
No, you gave it to me?
No,
I
I
was
didn't.
just looking at it. I got it.
You saw it? Let me look.
I'm 100% sure I got it.
I'm 100% certain I got it.
All right. I'm about to get it for you because I know where it is.
I'll have my mother probably come get it.
She gonna come? He gonna get it?
Well, I don't know that for sure. I had to make
You had to play call? All right. Listen, man. Okay, so I made a million phone calls just to make sure that gun is legal. That gun is not legal. It's illegal for you to possess that gun due to the length that you need to have a tax stamp. Okay, so you're going to jail. DA took charges of possession of a prohibited weapon, all right? You know somebody that can pick this stuff up so you won't have to come over here no more?
I just have to make phone calls.
All right, we can do that. I'll give you numbers, and you can make those phone calls.
The investigation was finally winding to a close. It is a bit annoying that the lady seemed to gloat at the fact that the man would in fact be getting a charge against his name, a felony charge no less.
Man, you ain't got nowhere to go, brother. Nowhere. You ain't got no family.
No, like I
nothing.
Like I have somewhere to go. That's why I was coming to get my stuff. Like that was my whole reason. Like this
is too much, man.
Nah, for her to do this, it's like
this is too much.
It's actually crazy.
It's too much, man.
I didn't think she was gonna do this.
You doing all this for nothing, just because you want to, you want to get, you know what I mean?
I went to a funeral. That's how I ended up out the house. If I would have known I would have had to leave that day, I wouldn't have had my stuff out already. It's like, didn't let me come back in.
Yes. All right, come on, man. Let me search you real quick. Step out. I'm gonna let you make a phone call. You be nice, man, because this right here is just ridiculous.
I got it.
At the end of the day, even the cop thought that it was totally ridiculous that the lady overreacted like this. Unfortunately, the man was still guilty of certain offenses and had to be charged accordingly. The man received a felony charge of possession of a prohibited weapon. Cops are very familiar with drivers swerving all over the road and driving under the influence. But there are also times when they find fellow law enforcement officers behind the wheel. Just this thing happened when the Cleveland Police Department received a call from a concerned citizen about a vehicle they were following. Apparently, it was driving in a concerning manner and was going off the right-of-way. The driver, Agent Brad, was later pulled over and the police officers approached the car for investigation. It appears that Brad is under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Hey Brad, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Hey, we got a call on you, bud.
For what?
Did somebody wake you up in a parking lot?
No.
Okay. You didn't have words with somebody?
No.
Okay. And then we actually got a call from the truck behind you that you were kind of all over the road.
No, I mean, I'm just going home.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Did you drink anything today?
No.
You have anything to drink?
No. I mean, I'm fine.
Okay. Are you supposed to be driving though?
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine.
I mean, are you legally allowed to be driving?
Correct.
Are you suspended?
Yes. No.
Okay.
No. Actually, I'm. It's like for 3 months, and then I'm good.
Okay.
For now. So.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license?
Yeah.
I got you. Driver's license with you, proof of insurance.
Yep. Oop.
Where are you coming from then?
Just to get a car for some.
A car, like a
car.
Oh, a car, an actual
Yeah,
car.
an actual car.
Where was that at?
It was at On Tap.
Okay. Was somebody selling a car there?
Yep. They're going to drop it off, so.
Okay. Do you have proof of insurance with you too?
Yep. It's USAA, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
After getting all the necessary licenses and registration, the officer went back to his backup and claimed that the driver was surely under the influence of something. He reiterated that the driver was slurring and even dropped his license in the process of finding it. But what's amusing is that they knew who Agent Brad was because he also got caught driving under the influence about 4 months ago.
Yeah, he's slurring, he's dropped his license, he's chewing gum, denied drinking anything, said he was on tap too. Didn't fall asleep, didn't have any disagreement with anybody, was on tap to buy a car for summer, which I know is 2 dogs.
Yeah. Somebody called from Sunoco, our station. And I don't know if it was the same guy that was following them or what. But I'll if you don't, I'll do the test if you don't want to. But I know it's fine.
Also just because I
don't mind.
You're probably more. Yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. That's why I make the big bucks.
Well, and only because you're on nights more than I was.
How's he reacting to you?
I don't know if he knows who I am yet.
He might not totally remember me because, I mean, we've gone to a couple ground. I mean, yeah. So it is. Well, if you wanna, you got his info, and we'll.
I can ask him to step out.
Oh, okay. I don't mind.
The 2 officers went back to the driver, asking him to step out of the vehicle. The officer asked Brad about any injuries that might hinder him while performing the test, and inquired once again if he'd had any drinks that day. Agent Brad denied it again, but this time with a hint of force.
Would you do me a favor? Would you come on out? You don't have any weapons on you, do you?
No.
Okay, come on out for me. Gonna have you go to the front of the car back there. Oh, over this way, to the cruiser.
Okay.
Front of the cruiser for me.
Yep.
Okay. You wear those glasses all the time?
No, it's just for like reading.
Okay. Would you do me a favor? You can either take your hat off or you can turn around backwards for me.
Got it.
Backwards works.
Yep.
Okay. Are you wearing contacts or anything right now?
Nope.
Are you seeing a doctor for anything?
Nope. Good to go.
Nothing wrong with arm, back, legs, nothing like
Nope.
that? Okay.
Got it.
How much you have drink tonight? Today, I should say.
Done. Fine.
That's fine. And how much have you had to drink?
No, none.
Okay.
I mean,
After all the instructions, the sobriety test was administered, which the drunk agent failed miserably. His attempt to pass the walk and turn test is probably one of the funniest attempts I've seen so far. Despite the clear instructions, his heel never touched his toe, not even once.
Any questions on that?
I don't think so.
Okay, if you do, go ahead and ask. I'm going to stand over here because these cars are getting a little close.
Yep, they are.
So go ahead and put your right foot in front of your left.
Got it.
Feet down at your side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry about that. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, good.
At this point, the agent realized what's about to happen after he was instructed to put his hands behind his back. However, he was still confused as to why he was being arrested. The officer then informed him that there was a previous call of a driver who almost hit a mailbox, which might also be him, but the agent strongly denied the allegation.
Right now, you're under arrest for operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or a combination of them. Yeah. You had an incident with somebody up in Sunoco. They said they woke you up. They followed you all the way here. Unfortunately, hold on, we're going back to the cruiser. They said you almost hit them with hit a mailbox.
Nope.
Hold on, we're gonna go all the way back to this one. Yep. Okay. Have a seat in there. You can slide across. Oh. Thank you.
After reading Brad's Miranda rights and securing him in the back of the police car, the officers then discussed the next steps they needed to take. They agreed on dividing the remaining task. They even run the agent's license on their system for any other violations they should know about.
So we're going to tow it. We get the plates. If you can handle that, I'll take him back 25 and get through all the process, if that's okay. If by chance his code 40 is in there, just let us know.
Okay.
That's how it was when the SO got him. I'm not saying he's lying to us, but...
So is he actually under an ALS now?
I didn't get to run him yet. That's what I think he is. That's what LT said. So, did you run him? Did it come back suspended? I didn't run him yet.
I did.
Okay, no, that's fine.
See here. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But I heard it come out and I thought, okay.
Well, I immediately went to LT.
The drunk agent was then brought to the station and had his breath tested. It was determined that he was 3 times over the legal limit and would surely have to face the consequences.
Hold that black part down here and take a breath and blow through there, and I'll tell you when to stop. There, good sound. Keep going. Keep going. It's going to feel like you're running out of air, and that's what the machine is on there. You can have a seat on the bench, and I'll tell you what it was as soon as it came out of the bench. Actually, you can have that back. That's just your old ID card. I see they punched it at the BMV. Okay. What is that? 0.08 is the legal limit. You're almost 3 times.
Well, Agent Brad should really learn to control his alcohol intake, or else he might be seeing his buddies in the station once again next month. This shows that no one is above the law, even if you're a part of law enforcement. A former Captain D's employee who got into a bit of a struggle during one of her shifts for working too hard. Officers were dispatched to the location in September 2021 after her manager requested assistance. They'd been unable to escort her out of the building and complained that she was getting aggressive, even throwing a bucket of dirty water at the manager and splashing other people in the process.
So what's the problem today?
Because I'm sending her home.
Okay.
She started cussing. She threw water. It got on me.
Okay, I got you. And
She got my cell phone in her hand. I need my cell phone.
And she wouldn't give it back? You told her to give it back? She snatched out in here?
She threatened me. It was on the counter. She won't give it to him. She threatened me. She won't give it to him. I ain't did nothing. You don't got to help say. I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm right here. So anyway, she asked me, I'm on the phone with my DM, and when you want to talk to me, I'd ready to talk to you because I told her to call you.
So
we want to press charges for one. I want my cell phone. That's my problem.
We're going to get your phone. If she has it on her, then we're going to get it.
Okay.
So if she took the phone, where is it at right now? Is it on her person?
It's in her hand.
Oh, that's the red one? The black and red?
No, not the one she got wrapped up in the paper towel.
Okay, it's on the counter. The black gold case right here?
Yeah.
Officers eventually got Tekanisha out of the restaurant. She was already in trouble for having picked up her manager's phone without her consent. But in order to piece the story together, the cops needed to question her further. You might want to grab a pen and paper because things are about to get complicated.
I'm new just like everybody else. Why throw me on the register at 5 o'clock? I'm on night shift by myself. Ain't nobody else here. Tasha wasn't helping me, and Eric wasn't nobody helping me. When nobody backing up me. I was bringing up and taking my own order.
All right, ma'am. So what's going on today? I need you to talk to me, okay?
I thought he was up front.
What's going on today?
And then she got mad because I told her that I wanted to get transferred.
That you were what? Getting transferred?
I had no asked her, she told me, okay, for one, we've been working. So like about 40, I guess I'd say about 45 minutes ago, I want to talk to the camera because I want to see me. Okay. About 45 minutes ago, I can get me out. But about 40, I know, all that.
Okay,
about 45 minutes ago, I'm sorry my mind ain't here right now because she really tried. About 45 minutes ago, I was like, Miss Tasha, I feel like this ain't for me because I'm overworking myself. I'm the only cashier in there. You get my thing?
Okay, so you're mad because you're overworked and not getting transferred. You also have a problem with your colleagues because they're not lending a helping hand during busy shifts. Okay, got you so far. Carry on.
I've been a manager before. I got 3 years management experience before I came working at Counties and Hardee's. So I know the procedure. I know we're gonna be short stuff. I understand it. But when you got 2 managers in the store and nobody bagging me up, but somebody always backing her up, that's a problem. You get what I'm saying? So she was like, well, what do you mean? Then she was like, Eric, come here. Then I was like, Miss Tasha, it ain't even that serious because it's dramified here. Like everything go out of proportion. I was like, it ain't even that serious. She was like, well, I got a problem with people working with you and saying you're aggressive. So I was like, well, Miss Tasha, coming from a manager point of view, because I'm a manager also, if somebody tell you it's something that I did wrong, you should tell me or let me know what I need to change in order for me to grow. I was like, so that's weird. I was like, but we ain't even got to talk about it because, I'm still here working, and that's how I said to her. I went on different work.
Okay, so you're also a manager, but your manager has received complaints that you've been aggressive with other colleagues. And what about that dirty water bucket?
She was like, we ain't gonna give you backup number, we just gonna send you home because we starting to feel. But mind you, she just came to me the day before yesterday and told me that she was asking me, do I feel like other girls start should work? So I'm like, okay, she said she's starting to feel and on fire. I was like, well, you got up. So I was walking back the clock out and she blocked out the clock and we was in front of the board and the bucket flipped and I flipped it back. That's what happened.
Okay, now you lost me. A water bucket doesn't just fly by itself. As she was getting questioned, another officer was trying to gather statements from her colleagues in the restaurant. Both officers get together moments later, and here's their understanding of the event.
What did you say? Huh?
Theft, terroristic drugs, simple battery.
Do you have witnesses saying that?
Yeah, I have one of the, not her, but the other girl. I mean, the water's all over the floor. I mean, even on the 911 call, they said that she was falling. They said that you gotta get the phone back from her.
Yeah, so she admitted to taking the phone, that it was on the counter, she grabbed it, and she walked around and then sat next to she, yeah. She said that with the water, it was on the table, so she went back there to go get her jacket or get her stuff, or to clock out, and they wouldn't let her clock out. The lady was standing in front of it, so she like banged the table. It had a bucket of water, and the water, I guess it splashed on everyone, and then she said that's when the lady grabbed the bucket and tried to throw it at her, and it ended up getting on like everybody.
Even like they were like she's trying to throw the tea things. Like the other lady said she was trying to push her out of there. She was like actively threatening, like she's gonna come back and she's gonna have to get a restraining order against her. She's gonna flatten all of her tires and everything. I mean, we have enough for sure.
Okay.
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound like a bad day at work for Tekanisha. As if getting arrested wasn't bad enough, things are about to get worse because of a little thing she had in her pockets that she forgot to mention.
I mean, what's that? You're gonna go to jail, okay? For taking her phone?
I didn't take her phone,
Okay.
but I had my stuff
Okay,
though.
listen.
Wait, before you tell me to jail, wait, let me get my out me. I got some weed on me.
Okay, I'll get it. We're not worried about that. So put,
You're not gonna go into your pocket.
I'm not going
just put your hands behind your back. Listen.
Alright.
Get the phone. I'm going, look.
Alright.
Put your hands together like you're praying so it doesn't hurt. Like you're praying.
Like you're praying so it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt.
Put your phone with somebody. Ain't that feeling? I ain't gonna resist it. I ain't gonna resist it. But it's in my shoes, and I'm not taking it off to the chemical plant.
Go ahead,
She's
turn
going to
your
jail.
wrist like that.
Okay. I'm going to jail. You don't got to put them that tight. You can loosen them up a little bit.
They're pretty good. I can
No, this one right here is tighter than that one. No, they two different types.
The arrest was followed by a body search. You know, standard procedure. The woman knew she was going to be in a lot more trouble after officers would pick up whatever she had in her shoe. Here's where she decided to switch up the strategy a bit. She began complaining about how she was being maneuvered by the male officers, even though he wasn't the one touching her.
Oh, this is yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna search her first. Close it. Go ahead, stand right here. Go ahead and spread your feet. A little wider.
Oh yeah, it's some more stuff in my pocket. I'm sorry, baby. It's some more stuff in this pocket. I ain't doing it.
This
Why is you so rough with me? You
I'm
pissing
not.
me out. Yes,
I'm
you
not.
is. You are.
Okay.
Quit being rough with me.
I'm barely
No,
touching
I'm dead ass serious.
Ma'am,
You been
face
know,
that
I'm
way.
for real. Y'all finna have to beat me.
Okay, face that
Quit
way.
being rough with
I'm
me.
not. I'm
Yes,
barely
you
touching
are. Like, I don't mind y'all getting clean. I
Okay.
never ran from y'all. I don't
Okay.
mind going to jail. I'm going out y'all like I did. So I
Okay.
ain't shoot nobody.
Okay.
God don't like ugly. That's why I tested positive for COVID yesterday.
Yeah, nice try. Nobody was touching you roughly. Nobody was about to beat you up. After the aggressive stint still didn't get the results she wanted, she let the waterworks flow at full speed.
You can be out by tomorrow.
No, not
Yes, you can.
tomorrow. My kids, my baby said I'm gonna be homeless. I feel they would have got killed. They could have born. Got that shot. I didn't even do that. All these things I picked up on my phone. They
You
did
can be out tomorrow. Stop. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
No, I don't want to ride down. I'll ride with the sergeant. Call the sergeant. He did too. I don't want to
He's
be
not
here
gonna
no
take
more.
you.
Somebody gonna have to take me. I don't want to ride with her.
take you.
She thought that was funny. I got no kids. And she thinking I'm getting charged with a fucking I'm sorry, but that
I'll take
It's funny you don't get your out with the building. I got 4 kids. You let me talk. Y'all on school ass. What do y'all get out of town for? Yeah. So now I ain't got nowhere to stay with my kids. You remember that. I hope you and yours be great. But now I'm finna lose my apartment with me.
This fast food employee eventually got 6 charges for her little performance that day, including theft, simple battery, and possession of various types of drugs. It's becoming harder for thieves to grab a hold of merchandise in Walmart stores because of their surveillance system and even undercover agents that lurk between the shelves. These next 2 sneaky shoplifters thought they could bypass the security measures, but officers were called in to detain them once it was clear what the women were up to.
Please relax. What's happening to you? I'm 14 years old. I'm 14 years old and you make me like this. Come on, don't make me like that. What's happening to you? Leaving me like a dog. That's not correct.
He's right here, right?
Yes.
All right.
He's holding me.
Just keep walking.
If you don't fall, he won't hurt you.
Okay, what is she wearing? Because I got another guy outside. With the camo. Camo. Black and white striped shirt.
Okay, let them.
I'll put her inside and then I'll go back out there with them. Oh, we're going back out there with them.
Once the minor was apprehended, the officer went back into the store to try and catch her friend. He'd received her description from Walmart employees, mentioning sport leggings and a long coat or cardigan. So all he had to do was make sure she wouldn't escape. Thankfully, the woman didn't start running once she saw the cops.
Come here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Let's go.
What's happening?
Stay right here. Let them know we got it. We already seen it. Well, we'll tell you everything that's happening. You tried to steal from Walmart.
Me?
Yeah.
You see me?
You and your friend. Yeah, absolutely.
You not do nothing with me. We have to them. You leave them the hands of down. Excuse me. Leave the hands from down. I have the operation with the hands.
Suspects come up with all sorts of reasons for why they shouldn't be cuffed. Have to admit, the one with the recent surgery on the hands is pretty creative.
Was she an accomplice to hiding everything?
They were working together.
We'll take her too, because she's an accessory.
She's claiming that she's a
Good shit,
minor.
guys.
I don't know how true that is.
Too bad. Minors go to jail.
This is an ORC though, for real. I saw them and I was like, dude, that's one of the ORCs.
Okay, let me take
There's an email for her already. Stand up.
Who is she? Who is she?
Stand up. Who is
This
she? I don't
is
know. You guys were on video together. Who is she?
They're gonna play that we don't know each other.
Man, relax. What's happening?
I'm trying to help you out. Now calm down.
Okay. You make me so fast. My hands is hurt. Really.
As you can see, these women are displaying all the classic signs of a pretty sophisticated operation. They knew they should claim not to know each other in case they got caught by the police, though it was obvious from the security footage that they were, let's call them co-workers. In the following clip, one of the Walmart employees starts detailing their strategy. They've been following them through the security cameras.
So, the second one in the long shirt helped conceal these items underneath everything?
They were together the whole time. She was being a lookout. And then I couldn't really see because they were hiding by the clothes, but they were together most of the time. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. As long as I get back, I'm fine. She was wondering where her phone was.
I was like, that's fine, but ain't nothing
My
wrong.
adrenaline was running so hard because I saw them on the camera. I was like, oh, shit, that's one of the ORC people.
If she was helping her look out and put stuff in and hide the formula under there, she's going as well.
They even knew the right places to avoid security cameras, given they were seen hiding behind racks of clothes. The women were pretty compliant, sure, but officers would soon be faced with a whole new problem, getting their names and IDs. As you could tell by now, it's possible they were not U.S. nationals.
Do you have Florida licenses or ID cards? Do you have ID cards from the state of Florida? What language do you speak?
What language?
Romania.
ID, Romanian.
We don't have, but I don't steal nothing. You take something
Sure.
with me.
Romanian, that's what, Russian? Oh.
No, Romanian. It's a language.
Of course, I don't have it in here.
Another cop was sent out into the parking lot to look for their car. After identifying the vehicle, the officer had to make sure not to open it. A simple surveillance through the window just to see if there's any additional merchandise would have been sufficient. You see, they didn't have a warrant to search the car just yet, so they had to make sure they followed the protocol.
I'm literally like on row 5 now. I'm hitting the lock button, the panic button. I'm not getting nothing back. I'm starting to wonder if this key fob even works. I think I found it. Oh, it's a van. It's a van.
I want to see if there's more.
All right, I found it. So don't open the door. All right.
Sometimes it's hard to deal with foreigners in these situations. Officers had a hunch these women knew how to speak English, or at least understand it, but they had no way to prove it at this point. Funny enough, officers can tell if someone's being offensive just by the tone of their voice. They don't necessarily need to understand the language. So these ladies could keep cussing in their native language all they wanted, and it wasn't going to change a thing.
You know what's funny? She did that at the other store. She said, I don't know English, so then she ran off with the cart. That's why when I saw her today, I said, oh, okay, she can play the I don't speak English card. Was that the new one?
Where you see me?
At the other store.
No one at the store.
It's fine, I got a good picture.
Hey, let's not even waste our time trying to talk to them because they're going to play the I don't speak English card.
That's fine, we got a picture of her face right here. And pull it up for you.
So they've been doing this.
Yeah.
Really sorry, my hand is hurt. A little bit like this.
You're fine.
It's hurting me.
This is what happens when we steal.
I think you read the
Cops are uncomfortable. They're supposed to be uncomfortable.
There's money me.
I don't speak Romanian. You can curse me out all you want. It's nothing I've never heard before, so it's okay. Since we don't know who you guys are and you have no ID, you're going to get booked into jail, and until we can identify you, you're going to stay there.
At first, you'd think their choice of stolen merchandise is a bit odd. You often hear about alcohol being taken from supermarkets, or clothes, even fancy bottles of perfume. This particular product they were trying to take without paying was in high demand, as recently there'd been a shortage on the market.
Yeah. It's same shoes, same hair, same build.
Where was that at? 4365, wherever that is.
I got $1,600 in that one. Oh.
That's on the, you want me to CC you in it or forward it to you? Dude, people have been killing us in the formulas, bro. Literally, we have like them, we have like, and 2 other groups that have been doing it. They've been stealing like crazy formulas, bro. It's nuts.
Did you, what was the format? Is it on Marketplace?
Yeah, because it's hard to come by.
Yeah, because they keep getting stolen. How far out of the store did they get?
She was in the store. They separated.
Yeah, once she saw me stop her, the other one took off.
They were walking out together?
No, she was standing behind, like 10 feet behind, so that way she could, like,
walking out of the store 10 feet behind her?
She was like 10 feet behind that one, so that way she could keep an eye to see if anybody's watching her.
Now remember, one of these 2 women kept claiming she was underage. Once there's a minor involved, cops had to put in the effort to try and contact her parents before moving on with questioning.
See if anybody's watching her.
You see something with me?
Yeah, you were lookout.
I don't have nothing, I just do nothing.
How old are you? 15?
She's 15, so where's your mom? Where's your parents?
It's home.
In Romania?
No.
Charge her with delinquency of a minor. Contributing to the delinquency of a minor. How old are you? How old are you?
25.
Oh, perfect. Try to run whatever fake names they give you. You know it's not going to be legit.
This next footage is yet again proof that these women were probably not working alone. Since trying to contact a parent didn't work, the officers agreed to call the minor's brother, even though he was supposedly merely 17 years old. Cops figured out the minor was lying about his existence, though, because of a simple emoji.
What's your name?
I can explain.
No. You don't know how to spell either? 25 years old, 15 years old, we don't know how to spell our names?
Stand up. Stand up.
You have mom's phone number?
I have a phone number.
For mom?
No, for mom.
For
My
who?
brother.
Well, we need mom and dad.
Your name.
Which one's your
Name,
phone?
date of birth.
This one? We need to call. We need a number for mom, or somebody can get a hold of mom.
My brother.
Okay. So how do I get to his phone number?
Okay, get in the phones.
I don't know how to use this phone. Is that your brother?
Yeah.
How old is your brother?
He's 17.
Which one's your brother?
That one.
Which
With
one? What's his
M.
name?
With the M.
You have your brother with kissy face? I don't think so. Good.
Yes.
Good try.
Estaba really.
Yeah, okay.
The camera está como she that is my
She
brother.
kisses her brother. Oh, she's got kissy lips on her brother.
Yeah, I know what this is.
The officer who searched the car reported that there were around 50 additional formula cans in the vehicle. Once you start calculating the price for the damage they'd done to the store, things are not looking good for our foreign shoplifters.
Hey, their van has about another 50 formula cans in it.
Damn. How much are those cans of formula?
Bring it back here. Like $29.97 probably each.
Reseal it and tow it from using the commission of a felony. It's $30 a can. 50 cans is $1,500.
Are you the driver of that van? You're driving the car? You are. You're the keys on it. Whose van is that?
And I have the camera.
It's not in your name. Whose name is it?
Thankfully for them, the women didn't resist the arrest and agreed to be taken to a nearby police station. Given the amount of formula cans they stole from Walmart, they were likely charged with a felony. Hopefully the cops were able to get a translator. It would have been interesting to finally understand what these women were mumbling. Squatting in someone else's empty property and refusing to leave is already a crazy concept to us. But sometimes, squatters take it even further and do the unthinkable. In our final squatter of the day, we'll take a look at a squatter who broke into someone's basement and started living there illegally, all while there were people living in the house.
Hey, Ash! Why did you say you live in my apartment? You didn't say that, because you know it's a lie. This is my daughter's apartment. And I pay some rent every month. She ain't lacking on shit.
And when we put a lock on there, we're gonna give you a key.
I know it.
But that key can't be. That can't.
You see that? I didn't even know they broke the lock. Cause I had a key 2 weeks ago. What I need the key now for?
Right. But we're gonna put a lock on there, and we're
That's
gonna give it to you.
the butcher knife. And took a lot of bulbs out, hoping they, cause it be dark in the motherfucker.
Yeah, who wants to hang out in the dark?
The poor old lady recounts her clearly very traumatic experience of the squatter living in her and her daughter's basement, and it's clear that she's had to go to pretty extreme measures just to keep herself safe. She admits that she even has a gun by the door at night.
See, that was for my safety.
I don't blame you.
Cause my granddaughters play down there. Cause that's where they like to play. And but since these motherfuckers been coming in, oh no, I'm not in the basement, Auntie. They be lying to me. But
Yeah.
no, I want you to know, set the record straight. They don't live in apartment 1. Angel. Cause that's the man that like the cans. Cause I got 2 bags of cans up there for him.
Currently, this situation was being handled by the property managers, but with the squatter right downstairs in the basement, it was clear that the help of the police was needed. The good news is that they'll be arriving really soon.
I guess there's 2, like, I feel like a lady's living down here for a while. I helped my mom out upstairs. And I've been cleaning the basement, but it's like, it looks like a mess, but it was all clothes on top of this before. So it was even worse. A lot of it is stuff that she had stored down here.
Okay.
They just like ripped it apart, you know, so I'm trying to pick it up, clean it, and take care of it. I just have to sweep this right now. And canvas. But I help take care of the, I call it mom, but that brought us there.
Okay. Let's check this other side here real quick.
Are you guys in the lock thing?
What's that?
Are you guys gonna put a lock in? The maintenance guy said something about a lock.
Yeah, we were thinking.
Yeah, most likely.
As it turns out, there were actually 2 ladies temporarily living down in the basement, and by the state of things, it was clear that they were junkies of some sort. It's not clear if there was some sort of initial under-the-table living arrangement, but even if so, things had clearly gone sour, and the squatters needed to leave permanently.
How you guys doing? No, they're the managers.
No.
We just got a report there's a lot of people kind of squatting in here.
Yeah, we kicked out the squatters and we're gonna add a lock, but
Who are you guys with?
Holton Wise. Holton Wise?
We're the property managers. We don't own the property. We're just the property managers.
Yeah, we kicked 2 of them out yesterday.
The guy just drove by, said that somebody stole a van, and you guys found him like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, well, one of the squatters that we kicked out yesterday is walking down
Yeah. That's one we kicked out, and we're waiting for his girlfriend.
He was in the basement still?
Yeah. And the girlfriend's still down there claiming that she knows the lady that...
She's down there right now?
She does.
She's down there right now, yeah.
The renters here even had some serious incidents with theft with the squatters around, and we're pretty sure they couldn't wait for the cops to remove them and put an end to this ghastly situation once and for all.
Right, that's kind of where we are. We kind of probably have to move along with like an eviction process of some sort.
I don't think so, because unit number 1 says she does not live there. She just stays there. All her property is in a non-residential area because those little, wardrobe or, storage facilities cannot be considered
A residence?
A residence.
It's not a living space.
Right.
No bathroom. If you need us to haul her out of here, we did yesterday, we'll do it again.
Okay, I told her she had 15 minutes to gather her stuff and get out.
Yeah. So if you guys want to swing by again in a couple minutes.
Out right now?
Let me holler down real quick. Let me see if she's getting out.
Tell her the police that were here yesterday are here today.
Okay.
She wants to go. We got a free ride.
Okay. All right.
Since the basement cannot actually be classified as a real living space, no eviction order is necessary to remove the squatters, and the cops are being nice enough to offer the one squatter that's inside a free ride out of the area if she hurries along and gets all her stuff together.
You almost ready, dear? That's fine. There's just the cops out. There's cops outside. They said that they kicked either you or somebody else out the other day, so they're waiting for everybody to get out.
We checked the whole basement yesterday, and this is a white female, short red hair.
Yeah.
Right there.
What'd she say?
She's just grabbing her last couple things.
We now learn that the cops had actually previously warned the squatters to leave as well, and we can only hope that this will be the removal that sticks and finally gets rid of the squatters for good. Having your home invaded by junky squatters must be one of the biggest nightmares you can face.
Don't worry about picking anything up.
I was throwing stuff away for you guys.
That's all right. I appreciate it. We'll take care of that. You just gotta.
It was like this when I came back, dude. I'm just like the people that came and destroyed it, but.
That's fine. I just gotta get you out of
I was
here.
wondering if I could have Jeremy just come help me take some bags out. It's just like.
There is no Jeremy. Jeremy with the.
Yeah, there's no one outside anymore.
Alright, it might take me a few trips. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. God damn it. Let's hustle though. We got all day.
The woman was trying in vain to clean up and make the place look better, but at this point, she was starting to waste everyone's time. After being rushed once again, the woman finally gathers all her things and manages to take it all outside.
It's like right on the ground. Straight ahead. Thank you guys.
No problem. Thank you.
It's okay if I might have to make runs to grab this stuff.
It's quite shocking just how many things the squatters had moved into the small basement, and they had clearly planned on settling down there. Unfortunately, their days of free basement squatting have come to an end, but they were lucky enough to not run into any serious legal charges. This next drunk driver also resisted arrest. After she was taken down by police officers, she desperately began pleading for her father to come to her rescue. At first, you might think the officers overreacted, but once you find out what really happened, you will share their frustration.
Dad! Dad! Get on your Dad! They had me on the floor! Dad! Dad! I don't know what I did! What am I doing? Why are you doing this?
One detained.
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why? My cat is in the car. Why are you doing this?
Okay, let go of your phone.
No, I'm not. My dad is on the phone.
Just a few moments prior to her arrest, young Stephanie Bloodworth couldn't care less that cops had been following her, and at one point were even pointing a weapon at her. Officers were called in to assist with apprehending this woman, as she'd already hit a palm tree and almost ran into innocent people on the street.
Turn off of the vehicle. Turn it off. Stand in front of my patrol vehicle right now. Right now. Ma'am.
Sorry, what are you accusing me of?
Ma'am.
Yeah.
You need to come over here right now.
Why?
Because I'm telling you to. You're running from me.
I did not. I'm right here.
Yeah. Now you are.
So, what do you want?
Ma'am.
What do you need?
Do you need me to pepper spray you? You need to get over here right now.
For what?
Turn around.
For what?
511, she's refusing to comply. Hey! Get out of the vehicle.
You got me up, bro. I own this.
Actively resisting. Get out of the Get out of the vehicle! She's taking off!
The woman took off, despite clear instructions from the officer to move away from her vehicle. She had to be stopped a second time, and that's when things got heated. Like drunk driving and resisting arrest weren't enough, Stephanie then tried to kick one of the police officers that were barely managing to restrain her.
Hey!
You are not gonna kick me. This is not okay. Get your leg over here and turn over. April, she's actively fighting still.
What happened? What?
One of the cops proceeded to explain to Stephanie why she was being arrested. Despite clearly being an adult, she kept asking for her father to come. Her behavior switched from that of an innocent, helpless child to an outright defiant brat, even admitting that she could have indeed hurt someone.
No, this is what happens when you flee and then you kick me.
I didn't flee and I didn't kick you.
So those lights and sirens mean nothing? We're just out here.
Can I call my father?
No.
He owns the island.
511, you can
Okay.
release the air.
Call my father.
I'm not calling your dad.
Then what are you gonna do?
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Okay, 24, we don't need to call your dad.
Yeah, you're right. And you're not gonna take me in either.
You could have killed someone.
Yes, you could
Yeah, I could have killed you too, but you're alive, right?
Alright, you
need to notify him.
I don't need to notify anyone. You're an adult.
Yeah, because who are you?
He's the police.
I didn't know that.
Her father eventually made it down to witness the scene and did his best to calm his daughter. By the looks on the man's face and the amount of patience he had with her, this probably wasn't the first time his not-so-little girl was acting up.
Dad!
Ma'am.
Dad!
Stephanie, you have to calm down.
But why are they...
Copy 7275 you've been drinking. And you were speeding. And now the way you've acted, you've gotten yourself in a deep hole and they're going to take you to jail. So calm down.
Huh? She went to the floor.
There's nothing I can do.
Just see why I
Calm down. I'll get down there and see you when I can. I'll try to get down there tonight. But you can't start acting out. It's just going to get worse.
The officer who had chased Stephanie did a retelling of the events, still trying to keep his positive attitude.
She got out of the car, got back in the car, took off, ran multiple stop signs. I am so happy that she didn't kill someone. It's a blessing in disguise.
Still, a bit later on, when they'd finally taken Stephanie to the police station, he couldn't help but express his frustration to his colleagues.
I can't with her, man. I really can't.
After Stephanie arrived at the Monroe County Detention Facility, she seemed to calm down as the officers gave instructions to Stephanie on how to perform the field sobriety test. She decided it was high time for a good old break. I mean, she was probably tuckered out after driving all day.
Once you begin, do not stop until the exercise is completed. Stephanie, do you understand these instructions?
You need 9 steps. Count it.
9 steps, heel to toe, turn around by taking a series of small steps. Do I need to show it to you again? You sure you understand?
Stretch, though.
You need to stretch?
Well, I just been driving all day.
All right, Stephanie, you have to. We got to start doing this, okay? Do you need me to explain the instructions again to you?
No.
Are you sure that you understand?
A tad bit too late, one might say, but the only bit of remorse she seemed to have after the disruption she caused was for her father.
What was that? You said you don't deserve this?
My dad.
Oh, I agree. Let this be a learning experience.
The breathalyzer test showed Stephanie's alcohol intake was 3 times over the legal limit. She was eventually charged with resisting an officer, fleeing, reckless driving, and a DUI. She was sentenced to 2 years of probation, but did manage to get a special permission from the judge to travel out of the country. Being a famous TV personality will not get you out of trouble with police officers either, especially when they're just trying to help. Footage obtained from an on-site body cam shows former love and hip-hop star Jocelyn Hernandez getting into an altercation with a bunch of cops backstage at a boxing match in June 2023.
Respect! You don't bring somebody that don't rock with the main act. You don't bring somebody here that rock with the main act. You don't do that.
Please.
Weirdo ass.
Get him out of here. Get that mother out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Camera, man.
Get him out of here. Come on. Get that out of here.
Relax. We'll take care of this.
Get him out of here right now.
He's on the way.
Get him out of here right now.
He's going.
Oh, it's going to be a Royal Rumble. Come on, man. Get him out of here. It's going to be a Royal Rumble.
You're on the good side.
Officers were trying to calm down spirits after another reality TV star, Big Lex, allegedly got on Jocelyn's nerves. Despite their best efforts, things took a wrong turn when an officer gently tapped on the woman's shoulder, urging her to contain herself. What followed was a nasty combination of inappropriate behavior, rage, and racial slurs.
You don't want any trouble. Hey, you don't do that.
Don't you touch me. I don't care. Listen, white man, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me, white man. Listen. No, don't that white man touch me. That white man better not touch me. Let's go south. Let's not touch me. Hey, do not touch me.
The situation seemed to have calmed down for a bit as Jocelyn and the officers were taken to a nearby room. But it didn't last long before things heated up again. Jocelyn keeps yelling at the officers and ends up hitting at least 2 of them. Even after she was forcibly placed on the floor and arrested, the woman still didn't stop spewing out profanities towards the officers.
Y'all want to kill me? You
I got it.
You
Relax, bro.
You
good? I got it.
You if you kill me, you all gonna die.
Nobody wants to hurt you.
If you
Jocelyn kept going even after she was removed from the premises and taken to the police car. At one point, more than 4 cops were needed to push her outside the building, each carrying one of her limbs.
Hey, let's go. We're gonna get more charges.
Stop
resisting. Stop kicking. Stop. Hey!
Let go of me.
Stop! Take it out!
Hey! Let go of me right now. Hey! You look at me. Yes, you let go of me. You tell them to let go of me right now. Yes!
Then walk like a person.
After this incident, Jocelyn was sentenced to 2 years of probation. She gained herself quite a bouquet of charges, including resisting with violence and battery on a law enforcement officer. She was also ordered by the court to write a letter of apology to the deputy she had targeted while she was being arrested. No matter how hard they tried, and despite all their shady tactics, none of these spoiled brats and nasty Karens could escape being brought to justice, and rightfully so, as it shouldn't matter who you are, what family you're from, or how loaded your bank account is. If you break the law, be ready to suffer the consequences.